Hey guys, what is going on? It's Obadiah, and today we are here for the first time, actually, with a new podcast. And I got Ryan Poole here, my co-host, and we got guest Ryan Steele. And already things going wrong within 10 seconds. And I'm gonna leave it to Ryan on my right to introduce Ryan on my left.
So
good seat placement.
Yeah.
So welcome. This is we're calling this thing Music Row Hideout, and that's because we're here in my studio. This is Bird Rock Music, and we're on Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. And we're in a basement. The studio is right underneath a frat, so you might hear some sounds. So anyway, tonight on the Hideout, we have Ryan Steele, who's the fine gentleman sitting across from me at the table. And a little bit about Ryan. Ryan started playing guitar when he was 5 years old. He eventually went on to be on NBC's The Voice, and he made it all the way to the final round right before the live auditions. And we might get into some of that later. But after that, he moved to Nashville, lived in his truck for 6 months. And today he's a recording artist here in Nashville, Tennessee. I met him at a writer's round maybe 2 years ago. And currently we're getting ready to work on his debut album. And so anyway, we thought we'd have him on. He's going to play some songs.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good times. But
Brian Steele, would you like to say words?
Words.
Thank you.
oh, feels so good.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. It's never been on a podcast before, so thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
I think it's gonna be a fun time. So
Awesome. Why don't we start by, tell people a little about yourself. I know he gave you a little bit of an intro.
yeah,
Should we talk about what we're drinking first?
Oh, we should talk about what we're drinking first.
So part of this podcast is going to absolutely be whoever comes on gets to share their favorite drink,
Right.
but we buy.
And then we'll buy it.
So
Within reason. Don't get too excited.
do we have
Listen,
our
we
prop?
do. Our prop.
Oh yeah. So today we're drinking.
my favorite,
I'm used to putting it right here
Yeah,
at the
Ryan,
camera.
what is this?
Because it's right above my
Captain
computer.
Coke. Well, Captain
We got the Captain.
plus the Coke
We got the Coke.
And you put them together.
and the ice.
You put them together. So we'll be drinking that throughout the evening, unless you're underage, in which case it is apple juice.
Yep. Apple juice is good.
Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it.
Practically a smoothie.
Not sponsored by Welch's.
But what's going on? We got some people saying hi. We got Floppy Dongus.
That's
Okay.
Yep.
that's a good name.
And we got Taro Miro, or Liz. Liz is my moderator. She's here all the time. She's saying, what's up?
I like Floppy Dongus.
Floppy Dongus, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a
It
real
works.
good one.
It works real nice.
That's one if I saw in the chat, like I'm definitely calling that one out.
You're definitely talking to that guy all the
Definitely
time,
talking to that guy. He knows some things. Mm-hmm. Or she, maybe. I don't know.
It's a he.
Is it he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen him. I've
Floppy.
talked to him quite a bit. Floppy wants to know, is it Steele with an E?
It is Steele with an E, yes.
There you go. That was an
You are
easy
correct,
one.
Floppy.
Where'd that name come from?
Okay, so Ryan Steele
Oh, it's not your real name?
is technically, well, yes, no.
It's a
Okay, we're going to find
lie.
out. We're going to
It's
find out what's
an
going on.
artificial name.
Okay.
Okay, so for those of the people that have known me my whole entire life, my real name is Ryan Fremling, right?
Okay.
And I went by Ryan Fremling. It's like, that's my name, of course, like all the way up until Nashville move. And I moved to Nashville, was doing the whole living out of the truck. And basically like wanted to kind of rebrand myself and remarket myself. It was a big launch for me. And so initially I started going by my first and middle name, Ryan Joseph, until I had a phone call with my dad. And I was like, hey, what are your ideas like as far as like a stage name goes? And obviously we didn't want to like make something up. So he's like, well, your grandmother's maiden name was McFarlane. So I was like, oh, it could be Ryan McFarlane. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'd have to talk in an accent and do a jig.
Every time.
You know? Or he's
Take
like,
a shot
your
of whiskey.
great-grandmother's maiden name was Steele. So it's like, it's a family name, my great-grandmother's maiden name. So Ryan Steele then became, as of like 4 years ago now. And
Okay.
that's just what I've been rolling with. And everybody knows me by Ryan Steele. And like the one thing I like to say with that is like, many people will know Ryan Steele, but very few will get the fortune of meeting Ryan Fremling. You know, and it's like, and it's interesting, right? Because like, sometimes kind of brings on like this split personality concept a little bit, like that I've had to like go through with trials. Like, it's been weird. Like it came in waves, and because you have like this persona as a musician of like Ryan Steele, and like you see the name, like the branding and everything.
It's a cool sounding name.
It's a cool name, right? But then you also have like the name that like your real name, who like everybody knows you by, and like. So it's like the expectations that you put for yourself with like your stage name a lot of times carry far away from who your real identity is.
Huh.
So sometimes it's tough to separate. But now, thankfully, I've been able to align the two very closely. So it's like Ryan Steele is definitely like my stage name. That's what I go by. There's still meaning behind it. It's not just like made up. But it still is like right alongside my own identity of Ryan Fremling.
Yeah, Floppy says he loves the surname of Steele. It makes you sound tough.
Rawr.
Yeah,
It
very
does.
tough.
I played football.
Is there a way that I can look at this and see how many people are watching?
Yeah, I think it was like 7 or something right now. Right now it's 7.
Oh, cool.
So-
Well, you want to play a song and
Yeah,
tell these
let's
7
play a
people why
song.
they should
Yeah.
stick around?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
guys are going to like this.
Yeah, let's get a song going.
Throw all my headphones and get the audio.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure the audio
You want me
sounds
to
good.
flip the switch here?
Yeah,
Is
please.
that easy?
You want the one that looks like
A circle.
2 circles.
2 circles?
Yeah, it's a figure 8. Looks like
I
that.
feel like that's the
Figure 8.
Oh, I think we were on that one.
got him.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
Okay, are we back to the 2
Nope.
circles?
We're back on the figure 8 now.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I think we were on that the whole time though.
perfect.
And so,
And if y'all can tell us how loud it is or how much it sounds in the chat, though I'm probably gonna do anything about it till after the song's over anyways, so it doesn't matter.
let's get some reverb. Cool.
All right, so for those of you in here, chat, again, Ryan Steele, so Nashville recording artist, working on a new album right now. So this first song I'm going to do is called The Bright Light, and it's potentially going to be one of the tracks on the album. So you have to tell us if you like it. Here it goes, The Bright Light. 1, 2, 3. Well, I've been thrown for a loop time and time again. Seems like there's no way out. You see, girl, why would you misguide me? Why hurt my world? It looks like I'm gonna have to ask you now. Are you the dark light or the bright light? 'Cause darling, no, I need to know tonight. Are you the dark light or the bright light? Won't you tell me, 'cause I need to know before I love you so. Ooh, do, 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 yeah. Ooh, do, 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 do. Well, I see you've been looking through my book. You're searching up on me, you're trying to figure out a puzzle to the mystery. And darling, you've been peeking through the wrong blinds now. 'Cause I won't sure need if you are. Well, I know, think, oh girl. So come a little closer, let's figure this out. I know the dark lights or the bright light. 'Cause darling, no, I need to know tonight. Are you the dark lights or the bright lights? Oh, won't you tell me, 'cause I need to know before I love you so. Feel like, oh, I've been down a time or two. There is nothing I wouldn't wanna do without you. What you gonna say, no girl, what you gonna go and do? Feel like I've been down without you. Are you the dark light or the bright light? 'Cause my darling, oh, I need to know tonight. Are you the dark light or the bright light? Won't you tell me, 'cause I need to know. Won't you tell me, 'cause I need to know. Won't you tell me, 'cause I need to know before I love you so. Ooh, do, 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 yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Before I love you so, no. Do, 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 yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Before I love you so, no. Yeah.
So that was Ryan Steele, and what was the name of the song again?
The Bright Lights.
The Bright Lights.
Yes.
The guy goes. And do you have a link that we can put in chat so people can go if they want to check you out right now?
Yeah. There's definitely. It's gonna be Ryan Steele, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, all that jazz.
Okay. Well, they can find that.
Yeah. So
that's normal stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure the actual website, but
Gotcha. That's perfect.
But yeah.
Otherwise, he's on all the things.
Yeah, but also like my social media if you guys want to follow me on there. A lot of big exciting things coming. So that's just gonna be at Ryan Steele Music, and that's across all platforms. So Facebook, Instagram.
So definitely check him out. Give him a follow or a like.
Yeah, toss me a comment
tag.
too. Like, let me know if
Comments.
you guys. Let me know if you guys came from the podcast. So just say podcast in the comment if you guys came. I'll definitely shout out to you, Floppy.
That makes us look good.
That's totally you. But yeah, I would love to know who came from the podcast. So I think it'd be really like genuine and unique as well. So
Super
and I would appreciate that.
Yeah, Floppy says he dug it. So
Awesome, thank you, Floppy. I dig your name, so it's a mutual respect that we have.
did I mute and unmute all the right things?
You just forgot one.
What was that one? The one that made it sound terrible.
That's right.
Oh, also, do I have to flip again?
You can leave it. It
I can
sounds
leave
good.
it? Okay.
Sounds good. All
Cool.
right. Oh,
Makes
hey,
it easy.
Kevin, what's going on? We got Kevin Krause in the chat,
Kevin!
which I don't think I gave you a heads up, Kevin, what was going on. So you probably came on being like, oh, games. And then, and you're like, what in the world is this? We're just doing, starting a weekly podcast. This is the first one to hear with Ryan Steele and Ryan Poole.
And thank you guys so much, too, by the way, for being able to fix the schedule and do it on a Wednesday. So
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
So I don't know if you want to.
you're the first one, so every day we do is the right day.
No, yeah. But I don't know if there's like if you want to tell chat like a typical
yeah.
day it's gonna be, so that way chat knows.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Normally, we plan on doing it on Friday nights. That may move around a bit. Ryan Poole travels some for work, but our plan is to generally do this each Friday night. And Karinsky23, what's going on? That's my wife.
Hey.
Just to put this out there, later on, we're
lovely
going to
lady
have
herself.
Ryan Steele do some freestyle rap,
Yes.
incorporating people's names. So if you want to leave your real name in the chat, unless you want us to rap Karinsky23 or,
Or Floppy.
Floppy Dongus.
Floppy Dongus.
Can you handle that one?
The Floppy
Can you
Dongus
handle the Floppy
himself.
Dongus?
The bad mamma jamma Floppy Dongus coming at you right now.
So,
But,
Dude.
yeah. So wait, where did that song come from?
Okay, so that actually stems from that came early in my first year of Nashville, and it's kind of a sexual song, and which is funny, but it's like it's like a lot of times that I write in metaphors. So like I'm very rarely literal, and like when I write, if I am literal, it's going to like a specific person, but this was just kind of generally speaking, and kind of came from like, are you the bright light, like the good girl,
sure.
or are you the dark light, the bad girl? You know what I mean? Like,
Like you just had that little smirk on your face.
yeah,
like,
you know,
oh.
and you know, now obviously it's like I have my beautiful lady Jess, and like she's like love of my life. Shout out to Jess, I love you. But that kind of stemmed from those early years moving to Nashville, kind of doing the night scene and like going out having a lot of fun, throwing back some drinks with the boys, and you know, kind of having some rendezvous moments where it was, you know, it's like rolling the dice sometimes. Like when you go out and you meet at the bar, like, right, significant others or whatever, it's like, okay, is this going to be a good one or is this going to be a bad one? And like, and not in like a sense of like, is this a good person or a bad person? Is this going to be like a good girl or is this going to be a naughty girl? Like, and
The bright light or the dark light?
yeah. So it's like a little hidden meaning behind the song, but yeah. So typically when I'm writing, like I said, I speak in metaphors. That's like probably like my biggest writing technique that I use. I like it to be very mysterious, and also I think when you are writing metaphors, it can mean a lot of different things to different people.
Did you write like lyrics first, music first? How does that happen?
Always, it's always the same, and it's like it's cool because chat, for those of you who are just tuning in or maybe don't know that much about me, like I'm a big Mayer fan, and so I definitely like grew up a lot, you know, idolizing Mayer and like his body of work and what he's done. And actually, ironically enough, I just saw in an interview he does the exact same thing that I do unintentionally. So I like just saw this interview actually like 2 nights ago, and he was on like I don't know if it was BBC talk show or whatever. I'm not sure what talk show he was on, but he's talking about like the writing process, and like when you pick up the guitar, and like you start strumming, right? Like you need to instantly start being audible, like because if you're not, like you're getting nowhere. So like a lot of the times that I do pick up the guitar and like I just start going on something, like it's just like random, you know what I mean? And like it just might come out of nowhere, and that's kind of like the same thing that Mayer was saying, which I don't know if it's like it's neat that like him and I have that same thing, because obviously like I have aspired so much to, you know, he's like the Jordan to me being LeBron, like that idolization, the same thing, you know. John Mayer is like my Michael Jordan, or I've idolized him in that same regard. So to hear him say that he does the same thing that I do unknowingly, but yeah, it's like as soon as you get that guitar and you start, it always starts with like just picking up the guitar and like, what do we got here? Like, let's roll with anything. It's like, let's just roll.
Can you do that live?
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. And like,
right now?
so for instance, like,
that's a good idea.
if we wanted to go like
We're gonna
just
write a song.
some random chords, like,
Well, I can tap back over there. I gotta unmute the guitar mic there. All right.
or so yeah, so I figure out like a little progression like that. So some chords that I like. So for instance, F to a C minor to a B. So and when you're coming up with that, like if you're just forget about the strumming, it's all about just, so first thing comes to my mind would be and everybody, you gotta go and tell me what I'm doing if I'm wrong. You gotta see the picture hanging on the other side of the wall now. And when you wake up, where will you be? Tell me a story about the past. But if I'm not there, you gotta learn and be aware, because I'm moving too fast. So it's just about talking, like just getting it out, and like, wow. So for me, for instance, like that, like wouldn't be something like, maybe if I like that, I'm like, okay, cool, let's move on that, and then
Is this the
melody,
chorus?
yeah.
Got that chorus vibe.
You gotta say what you do when you're down. You gotta do what is right for your town. And then do 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 do. So that's just typically how the process starts.
What's this song called now?
Yeah, I know. What's this one called? It's because they were
Town.
recording this, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like any time that I pick up a guitar, it's, but first off, like even before I pick up the guitar, I have to have a reason to pick up the guitar. So like I've been
Like
playing
emotionally?
guitar. Yeah, emotionally, because I've been playing guitar for 21 years now. So like, 26 years old, going to be in September. So in September will be 21 years of me having a guitar physically in my hands. So like with having a guitar for 21 years, like it is very hard to continue to stay anxious to play, right? Because it's like you've already learned so much like in 21 years. It gets discouraging to think like say for instance, like if we put it in like levels, right? Like when you start with anything, like you're at 0, you're at the ground floor. So it's like you may in the very beginning, like within the first day of you picking up a guitar, you're like, oh wow, like I learned G, like level 1. You know what I mean?
Like you accomplish something every day and it
then
feels good.
and then like in day 2, you're like, I know now G, C, D. So it's like you've surpassed.
Why is that always the 3 everyone
GCD?
learns?
You know
That's
what I mean?
that's all the chords.
Because you
right?
can learn so
That's
many
all the-
songs.
I think that's all the
It's
chords.
Skinner. That's
That's
why.
where I
It's Sweet Home
stopped.
Alabama. But yeah. So like for instance, you went from day 1, your first day playing guitar, you got level 1, and then day 2 you've learned 4 chords. So you've now level 6 or level 5, whatever my math is. You know what I mean? You've quadrupled. Quadrupled is
It's
not
a word. It's totally a word. It's a word
You've
now.
quadrupled.
Hashtag quadrupled.
Hashtag quadruple. Yeah, you've literally like you've surpassed what you're doing. But now once you get to level 1,000 into anything, to get to 1,001 is so difficult.
So you're saying your level of 1,000 guitar? Is that what you're saying?
Damn.
Open to
That's pretty
interpretation.
high.
First
I speak in
podcast,
metaphors.
and we already have
I
a
speak in
level
metaphors.
1,000 guitar
Wow.
player.
We're starting strong.
Is that a?
Well,
is
I
that
don't know
considered
where
a
we're going.
wizard?
I feel like if there is a level, I'm like over 10,000 because
Over 9,000, you might say?
10,000.
Okay, well,
The reason why is because they say it takes 10,000 hours to be a master at anything.
sure. In
Yeah.
21 years, it sounds
Malcolm,
like you probably
which
got
is Malcolm Gladwell,
Yeah,
right, Jerry?
like way more
Yeah.
than
The
10,000
ultimate
hours.
writer of the universe.
Not a huge Malcolm Gladwell fan myself.
The whole thing.
But there's
Canadians
always
and all that.
I'm with you.
there's always room to improve, of course. Like, because like say for instance, you can learn all the chords on the guitar neck, right?
Yeah.
But then it comes into like tone. So it's like now you have to master. You mastered all the chords where they're at. Now it's like let's master the tone to all the chords. And then it's like, oh, you know rhythm guitar. Now let's learn lead guitar. Right? So it's like, but with 21 years of playing, like I said, like I don't even pick up the guitar unless I'm emotionally, mentally, I'm in a place too. So that always comes first. So even like this podcast, maybe it's something that inspires me and I want to go home, and then maybe
I
that
hope
gives
so.
maybe that gives me reason to pick up the guitar. So that's the first thing that happens. Second thing that happens is the guitar's in my hands now, and I just start moving around the fretboard, trying to get away from things that I've done before. Sometimes you come across familiar territory, so you want to get away from that. But it's like now I found, okay, it's like cool. I like this little progression here. Let's roll with this, and then instantly just start being audible and just start singing melodies, whatever comes to you, because they're gonna change. And like
Yeah.
I always have my phone recorder out to capture. Oh, that was cool.
Do you have any like recurring themes in your music? Like,
Every recurring words. I
Yeah,
would
okay.
say.
Recurring words,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like, especially like when I'm just like mouthing out loud, like down is always for some reason something that I say
Bro,
I've
me
noticed.
too.
Down?
Yeah.
down is just like it's a
Down.
good word
Is that
to
a
sing.
good...
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Down is like
Does
just
it
a
feel
word.
good in the mouth? Or what? Like,
I think it's probably it probably
Feels good in the
rhymes.
mouth.
It probably rhymes with a lot of things.
Yeah, down,
Down, clap.
down.
But like you could sing about whatever. Like you can talk about like this table or this room. Like you know what I mean. Like I
Sure.
freestyle, which I'll do later. But yeah, that's just like typically what comes to me, and then, but then at the very next process is like, then thinking emotionally or mentally where I'm at and like what this is going to be about, you know, and like what I'm currently feeling as far as the song goes now lyrically, and then it's putting all those three parts together: the rhythm, the melody, and then the lyrics. And then, but a lot of times I don't even finish a song. Like Ryan knows this. Like, you know, I have to know that I'm like it's gonna be in like my body of work if it's worth me writing a whole song. And like usually the songs that I do write are because they're like the really true ones. Like if I finish a song, it's like because that's really close to me.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Karinsky, thanks for the host and the bits. Kevin wants to see podcast Guitar Hero challenges. I don't think we're quite set up for. Did you ever play Guitar Hero?
Oh, totally,
Right?
man.
That
Yeah,
was fantastic.
dude. Guitar Hero is awesome. Like,
Yeah?
no joke. I'm trying to think. I was like 7th grade or 6th grade.
Is that when it came out?
Somewhere in there?
Because you're just a couple years younger than me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna say a couple, even though it's a little more than a couple.
It's like two couples.
Two couple, double the couples.
Yeah, it's like 7th grade or 6th grade. I think I got
Okay.
it, and like somebody borrowed it to me. Like it was like my dad's friend. His son had it and like beat it. So now I got to use it on like the PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
and not sponsored. No. Go buy PlayStation 2 today.
So that's not a bad idea, Kevin. Like, if we have people playing Guitar here, it is Twitch. Maybe find an old copy of Guitar Hero.
Dude,
Get
that'd be
that
cool.
going. That'd be
That'd
sick,
be
right?
cool. That would be cool.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
Yeah.
We definitely do want to incorporate eventually
We'd
for
have to go to
people
the
who...
Goodwill to get a Guitar
Right, do
Hero.
they
at
make
this
Guitar
point.
Hero anymore?
Dude, I mean, you could easily find it on eBay.
Right. Well, you can find probably like
Anything.
somebody's old beat up like set of guitars in their closet for like 8 cents.
I mean, you just need like a PlayStation 2, or maybe did they make it for Xbox or like Xbox 360 maybe?
Yeah.
I think so.
And when
Yeah.
I had it on the Wii originally.
Okay, yeah. So it's
But-
easily you can get it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on everything, right?
I
Yeah.
gotta say, I was more into Rock Band.
I was
Really?
more into Rock Band too.
Yeah.
I was definitely more into Guitar Hero.
See, the first guitar I got was the Legends of Rock.
That was cool.
And that was sick.
Yeah, I got one. I started off at
Oh, see, I never played
the
one.
very beginning. Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
original.
Yeah. Yeah. The OG.
Yeah, but we both used to volunteer at a teen center, and they had Rock Band there. So I played with the kids. So that's what I played most.
Rock Band was definitely like I was like a loner in my bedroom playing Guitar Hero.
yeah.
So-
Rock Band was like the friends because you could have like
So were you
bass.
not playing the drums, the
Yeah.
guitar at the same time,
No.
singing, nothing? No, not a one-man band in Rock Band?
No, definitely not. And you know what's funny is like Guitar Hero, I wasn't even like expert at Guitar Hero. there's some people that are like insane to that game. You think
Right.
like being a guitar player, you'd be good at Guitar Hero? I sucked at first.
Doesn't translate.
Yeah.
Though there is a game
I got pretty good, but not like
where you
great.
actually, it's very similar to Guitar Hero. I forget what it's called. I own it. I bought it on sale on some Steam sale for like $1. You actually plug a guitar into your computer, a real guitar.
Oh,
and it's like Guitar Hero, but it's teach you how to play guitar.
Yeah. Yep.
I played it for about 30 minutes.
Was it hard?
And it wasn't hard. I mean, I play some guitar.
Yeah.
I'm not level 1,000. I'm like level 33. Right?
That's a good level to be, though.
It's not bad.
It's a good level.
Because getting to
Ryan's a
34 is
wizard,
pretty
are
easy.
you?
Yeah,
is
you
what
know
you're
what I mean?
saying.
Yeah, like you, if
Are you a mage?
No,
What is
if he's
that?
a wizard, I'm like a peasant.
like, dude, if you're at 33 and you had the guitar in your hands for like a week, you'd be at like 45 next week.
So,
good
so I
encouragement.
played that, and like the beginning, you have to go through all the tutorials, and I was like, I'm past this. I got bored. It's really
Yeah.
what happened. I just never got back to it. Are we almost out of ice there?
We don't need ice.
I got kind of more water than.
Sorry, we got tons more ice in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
We just gotta make Ryan go run for it because he's already standing.
There's enough for now.
Yeah, but I know like we were talking a little beforehand, and you actually play games as well. You don't
Yes.
just play guitar 100% of the time.
No.
24 hours. a
No,
day.
so like, chat for those of you obviously that like follow the stream. Like I'm a huge Fortnite like fanatic, and so that's like currently. But like games started for me like at a young age. Obviously like N64, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I saw a
and-
clip of you saying you love World at War.
Yeah, this was like World of War was like freshman year high school, and
You play Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies
Everyone
was
loves Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies.
You had your own name for it though.
Nice eyes. Nice
You had to
eyes.
shorten Nazi zombies.
Nice eyes, man. That was the name, and like
Let's see. Kevin says, "Don't say Fortnite" because they're on delay. Look, my channel's gonna laugh because I shit all over Fortnite all the time on my channel.
Sad. Lol. Is Kevin? Is
Dude,
that
but-
at your Donald
yeah,
Trump?
Floppy says we don't say
Sad.
the F word here.
if it says anything about like musicians, I have like 52 wins at Fortnite, so I feel like that's pretty good.
That's pretty better than me. I don't think I've ever won Fortnite.
Yeah, like I got a win today. I got a victory royale.
Damn,
Yeah.
what a beast!
You know what I mean? I feel like I get one like every time I play.
Like every game.
Well, now not every game, no, but like every like say I play for like 2 hours. Like,
Okay.
I probably get like a win in 2 hours.
That's better than I've ever done.
Yeah, I'm not great. Like I get wrecked all the time, but my brother-in-law plays Fortnite, so like that's the best thing is like especially like they live out in North Carolina, so like,
Yeah.
I don't get to see like my sister and brother-in-law, but like you know he's like now not only my brother-in-law but he's like a really good friend to me. So like the fact that like me or my best friends or my brother-in-law like we can game from far away. It's like I think that's like says a lot about like that's why I've always loved the gaming community is like because it's literally like hanging out with your friends even though you're not in the same room you literally feel like you are like and I love that because like it brings people together in a safe way too like I think there's a lot of
Sure. And there's some toxicity on the internet.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
When you're hanging out with your friends.
there's a lot of like moms that hate video games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like me and my parents always had a good understanding like if my grades were good like I could play video games as much as I want.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so like and I was like you better believe that I'm going to get like straight A's then because I just want to play video games like
Yeah, that's like the dream.
yeah.
Because I've got like I know I've got some viewers. I know if you're still here, Liz, this is all about you. You like she'll be like watching the stream and playing video games, and then she'll be like, it's been like 2 hours. Mom's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry. Like, what a bummer, you know? Because they just don't get it.
But you
They
know
don't
what's
get it.
yeah, like you know what's crazy too is like for like I've easily like especially like my favorite games like I've sat down and played video games for like 24 hours straight.
Damn.
Easily. Like back in the
Yeah,
days
sure.
like Halo 2 like we were talking about earlier like Halo 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare the original.
Yeah.
Like those games like I think Modern Warfare I had 46 days of time.
Well, that was the golden era of Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
When Modern Warfare came out, like blew up the world.
Dude, it was insane.
that was,
yeah,
that was
it
the game.
It was
The best
insane.
one they've ever made.
And that's why like so I think that's why I'm so addicted to Fortnite
That's right,
currently is like what I can think of in like my lifetimes like there's only been 3 really games that like I just couldn't get away from.
Couldn't put down.
Yeah, it was like Halo 2, first one,
Sure.
Modern Warfare, and then Fortnite now. It's like
Fortnite. Wow.
yeah.
You put that up there with some real top end because Halo
Well,
2.
Yeah.
That's and people like revere
Yeah.
Halo 2.
But also it's
I guess
like
people revere Fortnite now too. It's just hard for me to say that. It hurts.
yeah, it's tough because like, but I also like, I just like, there's a lot of things that I respect, not only like about like the game. Like I'm a fan of Fortnite. Don't get me wrong, but I've played other games like, of course, like tons of other games like
Sure.
like sports games too, and like, but like since Fortnite came out, that's like all I played. And like even prior to Fortnite, I played PUBG
Oh, did you on console?
and console. Yeah,
Oh wow, so you dropped nice everywhere.
yeah. So because I got on Fortnite like season 2.
Okay, so that was actually not that long ago, because what, it come out on console like December?
No.
November? Or was it before that? Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about.
It might have been. I moved since then, so it was. It was after Christmas because my buddy got it for me for Christmas.
Yeah, I think that's when they like officially released.
Yep. So,
My top games are.
If you know, Ryan Poole is the hardest core of gamers.
It's true. Of all time has got to be, let's see, Max Payne.
dude, okay, that was a great game. Great game.
Max Payne, got it right when it came out.
Yeah.
Did you
I
see
was
the
like
movie,
on
though?
vacation.
That was like where you made your own license plate, right? At the beginning of the game.
Made your own license?
I don't know
never
about
played
that.
it.
Was that Max Payne?
Max Payne's the one where you hit the right click button and it makes you go into slow mo. So
Yeah.
you jump and right click and it makes you dive in slow mo and then you shoot people in slow mo. It was like Matrix inspired.
Yeah.
So
I
like
played Max Payne, yeah.
I mean this is when I'm like 13, so like 2000 ish, and when that came out, I was on vacation but wanted to come home from vacation early so that I could play this game
Totally
and
worth
just beat
it.
it in one shot. And it was, I mean, it was the height of gaming for me.
But you didn't watch the Max Payne movie, did you?
No, I heard it was terrible. But things
I watched about
got
8 minutes and I was like, we're done
You're
here.
like, we're done.
things
Yeah,
got
yeah.
dark for me
Halo
after
was
that.
cool.
I had friends
Halo?
into RPGs.
Wait, say it one more time.
Things got dark after that. I had friends into RPGs.
Like World of Warcraft?
So they got me into no, it was pre World of
Or
Warcraft.
EverQuest?
Baldur's Gate
Okay,
was the first
yeah.
one, and then the second one was EverQuest.
Okay.
And so I was on EverQuest for a long time. I had a character named Tuv McCove,
Sure, naturally. As you do.
and
It's not as good as floppy dongus.
Yeah, go
it's no floppy dongus.
No floppy dongus.
But Tuv McCove, I think I don't even remember what it was. Maybe an elf or something.
No.
But and then Counter Strike.
Sure.
Counter Strike spent many
I
a
did a lot of
sleepless
that.
night.
Yeah, I've never
Beat
played Counter
Half
Strike.
Life.
Never?
No, never. No,
Wow.
I've never played Overwatch either.
Wow.
No.
You gotta get on that train.
Is Overwatch for Xbox?
It's on every floppy. You know everything about everything when it comes to games. Is it on? I assume it's on all consoles.
Okay.
I assume.
Yeah.
I have it on PC. Me and I play with Kevin sometimes on PC. It's so good.
See, I find it tough to like dedicate my time to another game.
Sure, because
is
Fortnite just absorbs your heart.
Well, it's the same with I'm the same way with everything in life, right?
Okay,
So like,
it's like with your music. You go
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You go hard.
yeah. So like, but also like
Hard on earth.
with a game, like so when I find a game I like, so it's almost like a series on Netflix I can relate to. Like everyone's like Game
Yup.
of Thrones is great, and like I'm
It
like
is.
I can't do it because like I will literally
Worth it.
my life will go so far down. My life will go so far down the drain, and like that literally it will.
There's not that many episodes. You'll catch
No,
up
it's
like that.
true, man. This
Dude.
guy always gets me in that stuff. He got me into Game of Thrones, and
Dude.
I remember having these days where it's like every single day I'm
Just wanna
coming
come- just
over
wanna
to
come
their
over and watch
house
Game of Thrones. Come
to
on.
watch Game of Thrones,
Yeah, now
and
we
I was
live
like,
together, so it's
I'm
easier.
like,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
life is unbalanced right now. This is not good. I need to get back to like going out, enjoying life, doing things, seeing
But then
people.
we caught
Yeah.
up.
But we'll do
And
it
it
as
was
soon as
fine.
the show's over. No, we'll do it as soon as the show's over and the show's done. And then this guy's like, "Hey, check out this show."
Yeah, see,
and,
exactly. I
And he
can't.
gets
I
me on a
can't.
I have a
13
particular
season
set
show.
of skills.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, we've been on this 13 season show for.
Supernatural, man,
Supernatural.
since
Dude.
October.
Oh, first of all, that's one of my favorite shows of all
Is it
time.
right?
Oh, no, really?
I love
Dean or
Supernatural.
Sam?
There's only one right
You gotta go
answer.
Dean.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
You gotta go
Dean,
Dean, man. You gotta go Dean. You gotta. Dean's the man. He's like
He's
I love
just
pie.
so much
Dean
cooler.
loves pie. Like, we got so much in common.
Oh
I
man.
gotta.
Shout out to
Sometimes
Jensen Ackles, my boy. Jensen Ackles, if you watch this
Floppy
later,
says, obviously Dean, best show
give
I've
us
ever
a thumbs
watched.
up.
sometimes I feel like more like a Sam at times,
You mean because you're a little bitch?
but I just gotta remind myself of my inner Dean, and and put that dark
I'm a
side down.
badass again. Yeah.
It's right.
That's
Dude.
really what the song was about originally.
I
Yes.
killed Hitler.
Right.
Yes, but dude, Supernatural. Yeah, that was like I was in college in
Do
Arizona.
you still watch it? It's still going.
Well, I haven't. I'm like as far as Netflix goes. Yeah.
Oh, you are as far as Netflix goes.
Yeah.
So you're a little past Ryan. He's got about 10 more episodes left. on
Oh
Netflix.
yeah. See, I'm already on all that.
But they just put
Nice.
the new season on there too.
12.
Which 13.
What?
Yeah, you're behind.
Wait, I might be done with 12.
Maybe-
I get
okay,
them lost.
maybe.
Because like so when we started watching it, there was like 9 seasons.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And me and my roommate, like who's Tony, which is Hector's brother, one of my other best friends. It's like me, Tony, Nick, Hector, the
Yeah.
brothers, So
Four amigos.
Yeah, four amigos.
Four amigos.
Four amigos.
Classic.
Quattro amigos. And so Tony was like, he had already
Quadruple.
seen like the first 2 seasons of Supernatural. And like we literally like our evening ritual was like we watched Supernatural, like binged it. And like I'm probably gonna get the tattoo at some point in my life.
Right.
Dude, I like love that show.
I worked at a I used to work at this college where, and one of the students I was working with, he had a tattoo of the mark of Cain.
See, that's badass.
And I was like, is that the mark? He's like, yeah. He was from Lawrence, Kansas. And I was like, oh, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
He knows, huh?
That's cool. But also, does that mean you're evil? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to come to terms with that. He was a
You just
terrible
gotta
student.
cut that off his
I forget there was, like-
arm.
Did Dean lose the mark? I forget.
Yes. He
Mark
got
Wahlberg.
rid of it and spawned the darkness.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already past all that.
And
Yeah.
then,
Past
of
the
course,
darkness.
the darkness got together with God, her brother, and then they
Yeah.
left the universe, and then Lucifer.
And that was season 11.
But it's,
Ten,
it's crazy because like Supernatural started like what year? Like 2005.
5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah. So I was like,
It's
I
a
think
very-
7th grade for me.
See, I didn't start
6th grade, 7th
until
grade. Yeah.
I think I started right around season 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Somewhere
such a
around there,
CW looking show,
In the
especially
beginning?
at first.
Oh yeah. In the beginning, it's awful. Like when I would watch it, I was like, all right, I promise it gets better. Like
I
we
gotta
skipped some of the
no, I was
fillers.
hooked though.
You were hooked because
I
it was
was
Halloween.
hooked.
That's why I got him to watch it because he didn't want to watch it, and I was like,
it's like,
it's Halloween
this is
though.
a
It's a Halloween
Halloween
show.
So good.
Yeah, I know, right?
So good.
Oh, see, I never run into people who watch Supernatural.
Really?
I feel like everyone's an underground Supernatural fan.
Dude, you have
Like it's
to.
not
like,
blowing up the billboards.
It's like
not-
Coldplay.
Like Coldplay.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's somewhere, and everybody is a Coldplay fan. Like there's part of Coldplay and everybody.
Part of their hearts. like-
Favorite Coldplay album?
Dude, Rush Blood to the Head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite song?
Green Eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
My
you had that
favorite.
ready.
Yeah.
My favorite from Rush of Blood to the Head is My Place. In My
Floppy
Place.
says it's like
My
Nickelback.
place. That's a great
He
song.
thinks
The
everyone's a
first
secret
time I ever
Nickelback
heard
fan.
that was on an episode of MTV Cribs.
Wow.
Dude,
You're just dating yourself, I feel like.
I'm like immediately
Sparks.
felt sad and nostalgic.
Sparks.
Well, hi to John Shipham.
Sparks.
Which
Sparks?
is that off that album?
Yeah.
Which track is it?
I don't know what track. I can't.
I'm not sure.
But
I
Sparks
clearly
is
don't
in,
know enough
Sparks
about
is in,
Coldplay.
Wedding Crashers with Vince Vaughn and.
Okay.
That's a great movie.
Dude, right?
Right.
It's in Wedding Crashers.
Sad song or happy song? Can you play
sad
it?
song. I used to.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can play it anymore.
Is that like a Mitch Hedberg? Like, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
So I don't think I know the beginning. It's like a. Did I drive you away? I know what you'll say. You say, oh, sing one you know. I promise you this. I always look out for you. That's what I'll do. And I forget the chorus where it's gonna go, but you sing.
I don't know that one.
I was like, I'm not sure.
Do you know My Place? I'll provide the lead guitar.
Apparently, I don't know nearly enough Coldplay.
My place, what lines that I couldn't chase. I was lost, oh yeah. And I was lost, lines I couldn't have crossed. I was lost, oh yeah.
Sure, we need you in on this.
Be honest. Wow.
I can't think of the chords,
Oh, you
yeah.
got it, man. You got it. You're
Dude,
so
it was
good.
good. It was going so good.
I know the album so well, I just don't remember the songs. You know what's funny though is like, yeah, like I used to play covers like all the time. So I used to know like all those songs when I played for a living in Arizona.
So what you're saying is anyone can request any song and you'll
Dude,
know
I
it.
knew like a ton, like just a plethora of covers, right? And everybody's gonna be like, "Who the heck is this musician? He sucks." No, I'm just like playing these botched covers.
But why is Floppy Donga saying it's like Nickelback?
He was talking about when he said, I said everyone's undercover fan of Supernatural.
Oh.
And it's like
Oh,
Coldplay.
totally right, Floppy
was like,
Dongas,
no,
yeah.
it's like Nickelback.
Dude, first of all, Nickelback has a bunch of great songs. So, dude, I'm not saying I'm like a huge Nickelback fan, but like anybody that's in a room and they're just like mad at Nickelback, I'm just be like, okay, let me play you this song. Like you're gonna tell me that's a bad song?
I kind of feel like the whole
everybody
internet
knows
hates you
it
now.
So
I just love though the thing that says like,
it's like Bieber, man.
if you listen to the new Nickelback album backwards, you hear the voice of Satan. But worse, if you play it forwards, you hear Nickelback
Nickelback,
song.
That's hilarious though. But Nickelback gets so much hate. It was
They
like,
get
dude,
so
it was like
much hate.
Bieber early on, right? Like, or anybody like, and I,
Bro,
I went-
people hate Nickelback more than Bieber.
yeah,
More.
well,
Now it's cool to like Bieber. Ever since Purpose, it's
Yeah.
cool.
It's still
but
not
that's-
cool to like Bieber.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, so
Yeah, you're game.
everybody
You're-
went through the place where like they didn't, because Nickelback's like not doing a ton. Like maybe they are. I'm sorry, Nickelback. Like, but
Yeah, what
I
are
think
they
I have to
doing? What
apologize.
have
to
they
talk
done?
about
like,
them.
even you're not trying to shit on Nickelback, and you're like, man, they ain't doing nothing.
No, but I mean, unbeknownst to me, they're not doing anything. That I love. I'm sure they're like
I haven't heard a
touring.
song like.
I'm
Last-
guitar level
the
one.
last
What
thing-
are they?
Hero? Do you remember the song? I think it was Hero from Spider-Man, circa 2001.
Is that song?
When a hero, da 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 da. It's about Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire originals.
Just a couple animals. That's Nickelback's song.
That
Get
sounds
in,
not
get in.
Hero.
That's clearly just a couple animals.
Dude, but that's a good song, right?
I don't know that
I don't
one.
know that song.
You don't know that song by Nickelback?
I only
don't
know
know it.
old Nickelback, like
Dude,
it's
Yeah.
Bruno. No, that's Stage.
Floppy says, as a Canadian, it is not cool.
an
to like
old
Bieber.
Nickelback song would be like Rockstar.
As a Canadian, it's not cool to
cool
like
like
Bieber.
Bieber. And he is a
Really?
Canadian.
In America,
Born and
we
bred.
came around to it.
Okay,
A
well,
little.
Floppy's Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why I make fun
Floppy,
of Canada all the
comment
time.
right now if you tell me please, I hope so. Do you know Furious Pete?
Like personally?
YouTube. No, just like, does he know of you? I mean, Furious Pete's a Canadian. Like,
Okay.
Floppy has to know. I hope
Furious
Canada's that
Pete.
connected.
Canada's real big, you know.
Dude, Furious Pete's like an awesome YouTuber. He
Canada's
does,
like just as big as America.
he does eating challenges.
They have like 8 people there, so it's fine.
I feel like it's not as tall, but it's a
Like,
little
yeah,
wider.
Tall?
photographs.
It's not as
No,
tall, but it's more wide.
What song was I just singing?
Floppy says he does actually. He does actually know
Dude,
Furious Pete.
Furious Pete. Do you know him
Dude.
personally, Floppy?
Probably, right? I would assume so.
Dude,
Y'all
Animal.
know each other, right?
Like, I don't know.
Is
If,
this Nickelback
Yeah,
or
put it to
Furious
the
Pete?
mic.
I don't know if Check in here. This is Nickelback.
I thought it was Furious
This is
Pete.
Nickelback. What's this have to do with Furious Pete?
No, it doesn't. I was going back to Nickelback. It says nothing to
Who
do
is
with Furious
Furious
Pete.
Pete?
We all want to know.
No one knows.
Good song, though, right?
I don't know how to. I don't know how to feel about.
I don't want to like it.
Here's what I look
I
at this
wanna
song.
hate it.
Okay, this is why I look at this song. It's like, because I look at that song, I'm like, people hate on Nickelback, but if the Foo Fighters did that song, everybody would love it.
Yeah, but the
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that
very-
was Dave Grohl.
it's
We don't
very-
Yeah,
be
Nickelback
stoked.
doesn't have Dave Grohl.
It's very it reminds me a lot of the Foo Fighters, like something the Foo Fighters would do.
Yeah, okay, I can
Which, like,
see that.
everybody loves. It's like okay. This is what it reminds me of. This is what Nickelback.
Why are
reminds me
you
of.
doing this to
No,
us?
no.
Wait, just wait. I gotta get this off my chest. This is what Nickelback reminds me of, right? It's like, you remember like back in school, right? Like, say there was like the popular kid sneezes, and like everybody's like, oh, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, right?
How
and like,
school did you go to?
I don't know.
polite one.
A rude
Very
one?
polite.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
No, I'm
we went to school in Southern California, man.
Yeah.
No one said bless you.
No.
what?
Hell no.
Okay, well, hold the door. Say a pretty girl, right? And life. School takes
No
school
one
out
in
of
high
it.
school ever did that.
Take it out of it. Take it out of the picture. Get out
Take
of high
out-
school.
it's
Get
not
out of
about
high
high school
school.
anymore.
Just
God,
in
open
life.
the door. Okay,
a pretty
open the
girl
door.
walks through a door, and
Sure.
like somebody's there. Somebody's gonna hold the door for that pretty girl, right?
That's right.
Sure.
Right? Because it's a pretty girl. But now it's like saying not so pretty girl, right? In standards of whatever that is. All women
Gotta
are
be
beautiful.
careful,
Just
you know,
gotta
yeah.
say it. All women are
Disclaimer,
beautiful.
disclaimer, disclaimer.
Yeah. But right, it's like if they don't hold the door, Like, so I like to be that person who holds the door for everybody. So I'm doing the same for Nickelback.
Bro, I'm the same way.
Doing the same for Nickelback. I'm holding the
here's the
door
thing.
for you, Nickelback, for you to get through.
Okay, before
all right?
before you moved to Nashville, where'd you live? Where'd you grow up?
Well, wait, before I lived... First question.
Yes.
Before I moved to Nashville, I was in Arizona.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
before
So you didn't grow up in the
Arizona,
South. You didn't grow up in the South.
No.
No, he grew up in Wisconsin.
Because I've only lived in the South.
Wisconsin,
Hey,
which is like
dancing
close
hot
to
dog,
Canada,
what's going
floppy.
on? Before I moved to Nashville,
Yeah.
right, I hold the door open for people because I'm not a dick. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here in Nashville, in the South, this is my first South experience is living
Yeah.
here about 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. You want to be in
People I got here New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Good for you, man.
Everyone here aggressively holds the door open for people.
Yeah.
It's obsessive.
Yeah.
Like I don't need
There's
you to
a-
hold the door
there's-
for me. I'm 100 feet away.
Yeah, there's proper distance. That's what I was going to say.
Right. They don't know.
There's a proper
There's no
distance
boundary.
to
for a
holding.
man?
Dude, men,
People-
women, everyone
people
opens the
hold-
door. It's
hold the
crazy.
door
I don't-
open for
I could,
you?
I could go my whole rest of my life in Nashville and never open a door again. That's how crazy it is.
You would never get in your front door at home. You would never
I just
get...
wait till my wife gets there.
Bro, I work here at the
You would
studio
never
alone.
get it home.
Nobody holds the door open for
Everyone,
me.
I walk in and out of the office all day. Nobody ever. I could literally not open a door ever.
At
It's
the
crazy.
office.
At the office, yeah, there's people coming in and out.
Yeah.
If they see me coming and I'm like a speck in the distance. They're like, open the door, and they're like, come on in.
Back in the distance. I got you, bro.
And the thing is, like, I open the door for people, like a human,
Yeah.
not like a crazy person.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're so grateful.
Yeah.
I'll open the. Oh, thank you.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That you would consider me.
But here's the way I look at it, right? So I found this out when I was in college. It's like,
don't know
so
what that
I look
means,
at holding the
Alvaro.
door or even saying bless you, right? Just like any acts of kindness, right? I look at it this way. It's like, say like I've been there. We've all had bad days, right?
Sure.
Like really, really bad days. And like sometimes on those bad days, like we're so in our head, like maybe all I needed on that bad day was like just one act of kindness. Even if that's somebody holding the door for me, saying
Yeah.
bless you. Because it like, say I was having such a bad day or a bad month or a bad year and like whatever the case may be, right? And like at least I'm like, that person took the time to acknowledge me. Like, you know what I mean? That's like, that's very genuine. Like, I feels good. That's why I hold the doors, because like I want to be that, hey, like I'm here for you, even though like even if you don't know it, like in this moment, like I'm here for you, like I care for you, stranger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you're trying to hold the door for Nickelback, is what you're saying.
Right now in this conversation,
Aggressively hold the door for Nickelback.
yes,
You know,
metaphorically, I'm holding the door for
There
Nickelback.
are rules. There are rules.
Proper
and,
distance.
And one thing I think
Nickelback's
about,
a spec.
distance is the thing. Have you noticed as a man, like if you're going into like, it's usually like 7-Eleven
Sure.
or like a
They don't
gas
have that
station.
here. Well, they have Tiger Market. some
If you're at
bullshit.
Tiger Market, and you're opening the door of 7-Eleven for somebody.
Can I open Puma Market?
If
right
it's
now?
a woman, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just open the door wide open, get off to the side, let her in.
Hug them,
like,
right? You always get
You know, you got the lights. It's like you're guiding
Follow
a
them
plane
home,
down the
right?
tarmac. No, you know
gentlemanly
what thing
thing
to
to
do. No.
You open the door in a weird way, dude.
Wait, you're telling me you don't open the door and then follow them home procedurally?
Make sure they're safe.
But if it's a guy, I feel like there's a distance rule. If a guy's 5 feet behind you, then you should kind of hold the door open for him a little bit.
But you
right?
don't, you don't all the way hold it open. You kind of just throw it open in their direction.
Yeah.
Maybe tap it a couple
Yeah,
times,
yeah,
keep it open.
And you're still like, there you go, brother.
Yeah,
There you
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
brother.
yeah. If he's like 10 feet behind, you
weird.
really throw it open so that
So it's close time. They can
so
beat the
he can
timer.
grab it exactly.
Yes.
But if he's like
If he's way out there,
anything more,
Yeah, you're
then
near-
you do
Weird.
not open the door for him.
no,
super
you don't.
weird.
You
Absolutely
don't.
not.
Yeah, no. Like I'll hold the door for like a lady that's like
Yeah.
20 feet away.
That's a long feet. That's a lot of feet.
I will hold the door open for a man. I will hold the door open.
feet.
I will hold the door open for a man who is clearly at least 15 years older than me.
You got me on that one, man. That was so good. Wait, 15 feet?
I don't. Well, what's 20 feet? Is that the length of this room? Is like 20 feet.
Yeah, that's
Like
close.
she's coming from like the parking lot.
That's reasonable.
Like you see her in the distance.
No. If you see a lady coming to a door,
The distance is like a
and
football
you're there
field
first,
to me.
you have to keep
That's
open.
the distance.
no,
You've got
that's
to be
ridiculous.
like
Unless Usain Bolt's
less
running the
than,
door.
less than
like-
10
You're
feet behind me.
That spot over there seems to have boobs. I'm gonna hold this door for
yeah,
a while.
but then there's that like depends how
sounds
fast of a
like
walker they are
something-
too. We haven't taken that
Sure.
into consideration.
You gotta calculate. You got a timer, right?
I always do.
It's like you gotta watch that too.
too slow.
Oh, it's like when
But
the
what
police
do you
clock you
guys-
on the
And
freeway.
then when I let the door go, I walk past them like too slow. I turn
No.
to them and I make eye contact. and make
Look her in the window of her soul.
Yeah, but it's also like it's similar to like, okay, have you ever noticed this? If you see somebody you know in public but you don't want to say hi, you go like this, right? You're like, "What's up?"
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you see somebody you don't know, you're just like you do a downward nod. You ever notice that? Right?
I don't
I have
know.
not
It's to
noticed
somebody
that.
you know. You're like, "What's up, bro?"
Sure, but it's like
down's
it's
a
almost
little
like you're like tip of the hat.
yeah, downward.
yeah.
No, you're
stranger.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like more submissive.
So-
it's like
Why are you being submissive to strangers?
you've got to be because you're saying like what you're
you don't know if
saying
they're gonna kill you.
subconsciously is like, hey, I'm not going to murder you.
It's
Yes.
No, that's like you know
Yes.
what the
It's more cool.
handshake was. The handshake was created as a way of saying
Are you gonna do that until
I don't. Yeah. I don't have a weapon. Like it was like extending your hand. I don't have a weapon
I feel like
here.
you're making this.
I'm not
You know,
going to kill you.
The handshake spawned from Romans.
Yeah,
They did the Roman handshake because they had daggers on their forearm. So they would shake like this. They would grab the
Oh
forearm.
yeah. This.
That.
Oh,
Check for daggers.
Check for daggers.
Yeah.
So you're saying, look, I'm safe.
I don't know if that's accurate.
No, that
100%
sounds right.
100%
This
fact.
all sounds
Yes.
right. This goes along with
That's
my
what my
fact.
buddy Nick told me. We were beer pong partners for like a
Sure.
life.
If you're taking a test
And that's
on the
how we
Roman
do
Empire
handshakes,
tomorrow,
and he
Yeah.
told me
you know.
that.
You're just saying, hey, I'm not going to kill you. And the same thing when you're in public, what you were saying, you're doing the downward nod. It's slightly submissive in a way, but it's
Yes.
basically saying, like, hey, I'm safe.
Yeah.
You're cool. We're cool.
Because like this is like, oh, come here, bro. Like,
Yeah, to a
what's up?
friend,
Yeah.
to a
Okay.
friend, you can do the upward nod. But if you do the
Yeah.
upward nod to a stranger, that's like, eh, but I'm going to kill you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Why does it gotta be a Mexican accent?
Bro, because
Robbie
I don't know,
agrees.
we're
That's,
from-
that's surprisingly accurate. The
we're
nodding
from
thing.
we're from San Diego, man.
Yes.
It's just
Sure.
everybody's
Hey, I'm part
Mexican.
I'm allowed to. We're allowed.
He's
allowed.
half
I allow it.
Mexican,
I'll allow
and
it.
he's my brother-in-law. So
I was
it's
I was in
okay.
Arizona before.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's-
Everybody
Yes.
was Mexican.
Yeah, but
Yes.
well, everyone knows Arizona hates Mexicans.
What?
That's the law- all
Arizona
the
is
laws
like,
hate-
Is that true?
yeah, Arizona's
It's
a
a
little
thing.
bit.
It's a Republican state.
Well, here's
It is.
well, yeah, they have all those weird laws. You gotta keep your papers on you, like Nazi Germany, and then. But then also.
Arizona's like the Nazi
Nazi
Germany of Mexican immigrants.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't. That's a little too bold.
Is that too bold?
But also
Okay.
in California, we don't like Arizonans.
don't like
We call you
Arizonians?
No, we
Zonies.
call them zonies.
Zonians?
Yeah. Do you know what I found out?
Zonies.
My old roommate
Sounds like a-
Trent.
sounds like you're making fun of PlayStation.
My old roommate Trent.
you got a
he's-
Zony?
My old roommate Trent, he plays guitar for this country artist named Daniel Bradbury, who is also on The Voice, which, by the way, we should talk about.
Yeah.
But she
We're like, we'll
actually
get around
won.
to that.
Daniel
all over the
Bradbury
map. Yeah.
won
It
season
doesn't
4
matter.
of The American Voice, and
Season four?
my old roommate season 4,
Oh.
and my old room, and she was on Blake Shelton's team. And my old roommate plays guitar for her.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, he was from Phoenix, and I was talking to him, and I was like, "Hey, do you know the term zonies?" And he's like, "I've never heard that in my life." So I looked it up, and on Urban Dictionary, zonies is like a term for Arizonians, specifically, basically only used in San Diego.
And we hate them.
We hate them, and the reason is because San Diego's the closest beach to Phoenix or Arizona. So when Phoenix gets
Oh.
like 116 degrees in the summer,
all the
they
goddamn
come to
zonies
our
come
town
down.
and take over our beaches.
You know what that is? That's Wisconsin, Illinois. You know what we call people from Illinois?
No.
We call them fibs.
Fibs. Why?
Yeah.
Fibs?
So it's effing Illinois bastards.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Or they call them fish. They're either fish or fibs, which is effing Illinois shitheads. Or effing Illinois bastards.
Whichever one.
Because
Whichever
it's the same
prefer.
thing. So Wisconsin is like north of Illinois, and it has like most of Lake Michigan, and it has also like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of lakes, and also Wisconsin has like the most bars out of any other state in the entire United States.
Most bars
so,
per person.
like weekends or
Per
like
capita.
or in the summer, like everybody from Illinois comes to Wisconsin. It just floods our state parks. Like
And you hate them.
I don't hate them. I'm a pretty mellow guy.
Sure, you're mellow, but
know
deep
what I mean?
inside, deep in your soul, you hate them a little bit.
No, you know what I mean? I got some love for Illinois, though. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan was my first boy. Like, you know, I grew up with, like, Chicago Bulls. I also grew up half my life in Illinois, though.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
So you went Arizona, Illinois.
Well, no. So, technically, yeah, actually, you're right. I was
Okay.
born in Arizona,
Okay.
in Chandler. And we moved
Sure.
when I was
You can't, I don't know how
one.
you can be born in a friend's character, but
Which, by the way, Jury and I have been to Arizona
many,
gorgeous.
many times.
several
gorgeous, though, right?
times to go see Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah. And,
And we came to
Tempe.
Tempe.
Dude,
Yeah, we've
Tempe
gone to
was where I,
Tempe
like,
and
lived.
Tucson. Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Tempe.
we've been there a
You know the
ton.
lake?
Yeah, Tempe Town Lake.
Okay,
yeah.
I gotta tell
Oh
you the
my
story.
God.
Okay,
Dude,
the
this
lake
is the best.
story. Okay.
Tempe Town Lake, Tempe Center for the Arts is on Tempe Town Lake.
Is that where?
Wow.
I don't know how that relates. I don't know if that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the video.
The
yeah,
video,
so
yeah.
you played there.
Oh,
yeah,
I did this showcase on PBS for Francine Reed, and that's Tempe Town Lake. It's right there.
So okay, so
Yeah, quite an
Jimmy
experience.
Jimmy
It's
Eat World, Jimmy Eat World is my absolute favorite band of all time.
Really?
That's
And
the
I
reason we
have
go to
seen
Arizona.
them in concert. Well, you've seen in my bathroom here at the studio. There's
Yes.
the Jimmy World poster from
Yeah.
their CD release party, Chase This Light. Okay, I have seen Jimmy World I haven't done the math in a while, but it's about 20 to 22 times
Wow.
in
And I've
concert.
seen him maybe 8.
Yeah, he was my road
And
trip
that's a
buddy for a
lot,
good
like-
day.
And I have to talk about that. I'm gonna segue after your comment.
Oh,
I'm gonna stay there.
So one time we went to Tempe to go see them. We went with Michelle and Susan, two friends of ours, and
Where did they
that
play?
was they played at
Was it
the
called-
Marquee Theater.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we went to
I don't
Tempe.
remember that. I don't know how
Right,
you
that's
remember
pretty
that. This
good,
was a long
right?
time
Bro,
ago.
I know all my Jimmy World shows I've been to. So we went to the Marquee Theater in Tempe, Arizona, and we had some time to kill beforehand, and so we just like, okay, let's check out
Perfect,
Tempe.
Krinsky.
I've
Did you go to
always-
Mill Avenue?
Oh,
yeah,
someone
yeah,
gets
yeah.
pictures.
We
Yeah.
did. Like, remember Mill
Yeah, I
Avenue? We took all the
remember.
pictures
Dude, I used
of
to
the
play
mill.
on Mill Avenue like every
Really?
single week. Yeah, Devil's Advocate.
This is probably
Rula
around the
Bula.
same
Yeah,
time.
bro. This
Robbie,
is 2012.
Foxes, yeah.
It's 2012.
Dude, I was living in Arizona at the time.
We probably passed
Passed
you,
each
and
other
we're
on the
like,
street.
fuck that guy. He
Yeah, I played there like multiple times a week.
hipster looking piece of shit.
No, I would have looked totally different then. Like, you know,
Wow. So we
I would have looked
so
like a
we're
10-year-older version of myself.
we
You've seen photos to back it up.
yeah, dude, you look really different.
Dude, yes.
So we went, which we should get some pictures up here at some point, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we went to Tempe and we're just hanging out, trying to check it out. We went to some
A little bit of time. though.
coffee place or something. That was the day actually I discovered Hipstamatic, which was the precursor
discovered
to
that before
Instagram. That was the day I downloaded it
Hipstamatic?
personally. Started using Hipstamatic,
It was pre-Instagram.
which was like your
Was that- whoa.
original old school looking picture filters.
Wow.
And we took-
Wait, that was Instagram though. That was like the spawn of
No,
Instagram.
no. It
Oh.
was not
No,
the spawn
it was just
of,
it
but
was
they
a
were
way
doing
to
all
make
the
your
things
pictures
that
look
then-
old school.
Yeah, so when
It's like the
Instagram came
original
out,
way.
we were like,
Gotcha.
that's Hipstamatic. Like, they're just stealing all Hipstamatic's ideas.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we went out. We had time to kill, so we rented a boat and we went out on that Tempe Lake. What's it called? Tempe Lake.
Tempe Town Lake.
Tempe
Town.
Town Lake, and we went out there and
Little
we
TTL.
rented a pontoon boat for like $80 or something.
It was great. Get
The
to where I
four of
could
us
have
went
fun on a
out.
boat.
I was the captain, riding that
Tell me
stuff.
if you get
shirt off,
stranded.
looking so good at that time in my life. And we're driving out and just enjoying, oh God, the perfect sunny day on the lake.
Yeah.
And we're just having the time of our lives. And then I got this brilliant idea because there was a rope that hangs off the boat that we used to tie to dock. And I'm like, guys, if I go out there and hold on to this rope, we don't have any water toys, but you could tow me, and it would be a little bit like, you know, being on a tube or something.
Bad idea.
So I get out and get.
I was gonna forecast.
Why are
that.
you giving away the story?
I think everybody in the chat knows that's a
That's
bad
bad.
idea.
That's a terrible idea.
So I get. Then you didn't say that then.
No, I did. I said, what,
Was there
what about
alcohol?
the propellers
Was there alcohol
and stuff? Like,
present?
you're going to get hit. And you're like, nah,
I
I'll
was
be
like, nah.
fine. You
I
just jump off the boat.
Guess
You
what?
just
I
jumped off the
was.
boat.
Here I stand. So I get.
Yes, I was yours.
So I grab the rope. It's maybe 10 feet, 12 feet long.
Yeah.
And Jury gets the driver's seat
12 feet long.
for the first time because I was the
Yeah, it's like
captain.
hanging out.
It's
and-
less than my door distance.
He starts driving, and I'm holding onto the rope, and I'm like a damn, you know, it's like an inner tube and a person in one. I'm a pursatube. Sure, naturally.
Dude.
And he's towing me through the water. There's video. It worked. It was
With a
amazing. It
pontoon?
was super fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay,
It was
and
cool.
so it
Pontoon
was
goes like 20
super
miles
neat
back.
because we should have rented inner tubes, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So I get back into the boat and we're like, wow, that was great fun, right?
Yeah.
And then we start driving away, and all of a sudden the boat stalls.
Oh.
And we go.
We don't know what
we're like,
happened.
what the hell?
Which also, Tempe Town Lake is like a weird lake, right?
It is a weird
Yeah,
thing.
it's like
a lake.
it's the
It's like-
most
it's like a cement
man-made
hole.
looking
Like,
lake.
a
it doesn't look like a real lake at all.
But it's so big for man-made and for like made
Yeah.
of concrete.
Yeah,
So
it's
anyway,
weird.
so we go and we look to find out what's going on with the boat. And man, when I was a kid, I used to listen to this cassette tape series about like nautical stuff. My grandparents are like professional boat captains
Wow.
and own docks.
That's cool.
And so they gave me this nautical cassette that I'd listen to at their house, all about you know,
The knots.
about submarines and boats and stuff and these adventures and pirates. And so anyway, so I go and check, and just like these cassettes I listened to when I was a kid, there's all this rope tied around the propeller, which I know what you're supposed to do according to the audio
It was
cassettes.
your reason that the boat got stalled.
That's
100%,
right. That's right.
100%
We
Ryan's
didn't
fault.
bring in my rope from me.
Right.
Percy
We actually left
tubing.
it trailing out there, got caught in the propeller.
And so, and so it's stuck in the propeller. So I dive in. I'm like, this is my fault. So I dive into the lake, Tempe Lake, and start trying to undo the rope. But the problem is, number one, it's really tight around the propeller. But number two, the boat, because of the wake in the water, the boat's going up and down and up and down. And so I'm having to like try and go with the flow of this thing so that I don't get smashed by the boat in the head and drown.
Yeah.
Before I even get to see Jimmy World.
Right. That's an after Jimmy Eat World event.
But yeah, you could drown after you've seen them perform
You're fine.
Invented. Oh, by the way, this was Halloween. This is the second Halloween event of this podcast. It was the Halloween show, and that's why we went. And it was a special deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I tried to do it as best I could. I could not get it loose without dying. I got back into the boat, and so we called the boat company. Do you want to tell that part?
Yeah. So we called the boat company, and they're like, okay, well, hey, this is the situation.
Yeah.
We're stuck. Can you come get
In
us?
the middle of the water.
Yeah. And they're like, no problem. Like, hey, whatever, it happens.
Yeah.
Right, which I'm sure it didn't.
Yeah.
But we're going to send a boat
Super
out
nice,
there.
though.
Yeah, they were cool about it. Like,
Yeah.
they weren't like dicks or anything, you know?
No,
They're
yeah,
like, we're
yeah.
going to send out
We got you,
someone
bro.
to get you.
We got you, bro.
Cool. It's like, where are you? So we look around, we're like, okay, we're by
Where are you?
this sign. Like, we see a sign over there on the freeway, and we're like, we went west or whatever we told them where we were. And they're like, cool, we'll head that direction. I'm sure we'll spot you. Great. We hang up the phone, and we wait. Some time passes. And
Like
then
a long time. Like
how much-
at
like
least
15 minutes, 20 minutes.
It felt like an hour.
It was long.
Yeah.
And they don't show up. I'm like, okay, well, let's call them again.
Yeah.
Let's give them a call. So we call them again, and they're like, yeah, we're having trouble finding you. Can you give us a little better idea where you're at? And so we're like, cool. So I know there's like some building we saw. We're like, okay, we're over there. And they're like, and so we tried to our best to describe
building
where we were. There's a
We're
freeway,
definitely on
there's
the
a
east
bridge.
side.
It's a long,
It's
like,
long.
stretch. Yeah.
So we thought we were having trouble, right? So, okay. Like, cool. Oh, yeah, we know where you are. Okay, I know that area.
Yeah.
We're on our way.
They have no clue. They're just saying that.
Okay, so we wait. This goes on for like a few times.
It's like
No,
at
you
least
kept-
in the end, it's at least an hour and a half.
You
We've
kept
been there at
calling
least.
them.
Yeah, it had been at least an hour and a half, or at least an hour and a half. At this point, we're like, I hope we make the show.
Right. We don't know if we're gonna make the concert or not.
Hope
The
we-
whole reason we've driven, it's like 8 hours to get to Tempe from San Diego.
Yeah, and so we're going, and we just go back and forth quiet. We go back and forth quiet, and then we get a call.
We know where you're at.
We get a call. No, it's not. But it's not from them. It's from some other number. And we answer, and they go, "Hey, you were supposed to bring the boat back like
No.
an hour ago. Like, where are you guys?" And we're like, "You're looking for us. We've been talking to you guys for hours. What's going on?" And he's like, "What are you talking? Like, no. Like, what are you talking about?"
No.
And he goes, "Well, what number did you call?" It
Or
was a
we
number
called
that
the
was
number
on
the
their
keychain.
fob.
Yeah.
And so it ends up.
It was a different lake.
It was. They were like on like the
No.
like California
They were
coast or
on
something.
Newport Beach
Newport-
in
No.
California.
They're driving around looking.
They
for
were
us.
driving around the ocean looking for us
You
in
think that would be the
coves.
first question? What location are you guys at?
Yeah.
Oh, we're in Tempe. Like, never was that communicated.
And then the guy from the real place drove right out, hopped in the lake, unwrapped us in like 2 seconds, and we got to the show. And it was fun.
They searched for us
Hours.
400 miles away.
For like 2 hours at least.
You guys
And
should have
so-
called them back and said, like, we're drifting out to sea. Like,
I hope
don't
we
think
did. We call them back to be like, you can stop
What if they
looking
had, like,
for
the
us?
Coast Guard?
I
They're
like,
just
still
did.
looking like, to
Oh,
this day.
yeah, we're missing.
7 years
We're on
later.
we're on a
6
milk.
years.
We should just go down to Newport, wash up on the beach.
We're on a milk carton right now for sure.
We swam back this whole time.
But we made it. We made it to the show at the Marquee Theater,
Yeah.
and we
Okay.
saw.
Was that
we
what-
saw
we were
Jimmy
promised
World,
jetpacks?
bro. We even got no. That was a Jared Cook. We saw. I can't remember the opener that night.
Oh.
No, I do. It was like Snakes. It was Snakes was the band
Oh, I
that
don't
opened
remember
for them
very
that
much.
night, and we still saw the opener.
Oh,
at
nice.
least
We
most
barely
of them.
made it, I think, but-
At least I know I saw their hit song.
Oh,
And
weird,
then,
Corinne. I don't know why.
And then
What happened?
the Jimmy Eat World
No,
came
there's an
out,
alert
and it was
thing.
amazing. Jim Adkins, the lead singer, had the skeleton outfit like
Has
they
he
had in
finished
E.T.
eating the world yet?
He's working on it. It's a big world.
Oh, it's a very
world,
big
yeah.
world. That was an amazing. It was such a great show, and so much better because we almost died.
But what I will say about that. So here's
Yeah.
a segue where I was going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first, great story. But I have to say this before I forget. You said you've seen them like 20 times now.
Yeah.
So John Mayer, like we talked about earlier, is like
Yeah.
my favorite artist. You know how many times I've seen him?
No.
0.
Bro, me too.
And you know why that is?
No.
It's expensive.
No, not even. Which it is. Well, like, so I was like, okay. And I had an opportunity to see him. Like, Jess wanted to go, which again, Jess is my lady. Love of my life. Beautiful
What's up,
woman.
Jess?
Yeah. Hashtag Ryan loves Jess.
Hashtag Ryan loves Jess.
Get real close so it's sexy. What up, Jess?
Fairy tale ending. But, like, I think where it stems from is like I don't want to go see, like, John Mayer in concert, right? It's like I want to be in the same room as him.
So you're waiting for the
One-on-one.
the perfect.
You're waiting to be that
Like,
famous.
even if he's like 60 or like 70 or
You want
80.
to be holding
He will.
hands.
Well, he's like 15 years older than me, I think.
You know what we should put on the stream? His new music video. Have you seen it?
New Light? Dude.
New
it's
Light?
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
hilarious.
We
He's
don't
like
have it set up for
waving.
it right now.
He's like waving.
Okay.
Yeah. It's something we can
Yeah.
do later, but I don't have it like set up right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's only camera.
No, yeah, totally.
We should do another song of yours.
Yeah, totally.
We should. Yeah, it's been a while.
I was thinking the same thing.
We gotta hear that.
Ladies and
sweet,
gentlemen,
sweet-
we're gonna hear some more
We're definitely-
Ryan Steele
We're
live.
gonna do
It's an original song from his upcoming album.
maybe, yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we're here at Bird Rock Studios. We're on Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is my recording studio. I'm a music producer. And Ryan Steele is one of my most star clients. And we're working on putting together an album right now. So show us something that might go on the album.
All right, this one. I'm trying to think. Oh, Without You. I was like, what the hell's the name of this song? Yeah, that's the alcohol speaking, folks. Floppy, that's the alcohol. That's this one's called Without You. Another potential album cut. Here goes. No, 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 girl. I moved out of yesterday. I grabbed my shit and walked away. I'm never thinking about you. And it was just another fight, and I'm sleeping fine tonight. No troubles thinking about you. And I'm gone and it's great. I won't blink twice, no way. There's nothing you can do. And I don't know why people break up then cry. Doing fine without you. I'm doing fine without you. 3 little words, never trust them. They're cursed. Doing fine without you. I'm doing fine without you. Can't bend, can't break. Please do not say these words that I speak are true. And I don't know why people break up then cry. Doing fine without you. I'm doing fine without you. Without you, girl. No, 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 no. Whoa, I know. And everybody's telling me something about our history, but I'm never thinking about you. What you gonna do now? I know you're scared, but oh well. I'm never thinking about you. 'Cause I'm gone and it's great. I won't blink twice, no way. There's nothing you can do. And I don't know why people break up then cry. Doing fine without you. I'm doing fine without you. Three little words, never trust them, they're cursed. Doing fine without you. I'm doing fine without you. I can't bend, can't breathe. Please do not say these words that I speak are true. And I don't know why people break up then cry. Doing fine without you. I'm doing fine without you, without you. No, no, no. I'm doing fine without you. Oh, girl, I'm doing fine without you. Yeah.
I was gonna do the quick
nice.
unmute us.
Wait.
Unmute our mics.
Before you put down your guitar,
Oh, yes.
maybe this would be a good time to freestyle
Yeah.
some people's names.
That's a good idea.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's get some names. Type your name, preferably your real name, unless you're scared to tell people your real name, in which case your username is fine, unless it's ridiculous.
Or they can type what you want me to freestyle about.
Anything.
Yes.
So we need some recommendations, some words. Do you want to look at the chat,
Yeah,
or
you
do you
just
want
tell me.
me
You
to
tell
tell
me.
you words? Want me
Yeah.
to call them out?
Call them out, yeah.
Call like whatever, like 10 seconds or something, or what do you want?
Yeah, whatever, like 20 seconds or 10 seconds.
Okay,
yeah.
let's give people a minute
figure it out.
here because there's like a 30-second delay, so they're not gonna type anything for a minute.
Yeah, maybe we should refill our drinks in this time.
That's a good call. We need more. You need more ice.
Do we need more ice?
Yeah, it's just cold water
I don't need
now.
more ice. You guys talk about fun.
Yep. So we've got 1, 2, 3 recommendations so far. We need some more. Pump them up. Spam it. Spam the chat. Which I'm sure you'll hear in about 30 seconds. Because
What
the
do we
delay
got,
is terrible.
What do we got right now?
We got Corinne. We got. You can't use someone
No,
else's.
I was thinking count wise. How many people are in chat right now?
11.
11? Ooh, nice.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's good.
Yeah, we're gonna get this up to thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Chat, tell your friends.
Okay, things that are not just food.
Things that are not just food.
Yes, I mean 2 food things I think is plenty.
2 food
That's
things.
a good one though. That's all right, Liz. All right.
Things that are not just
you gotta
food.
remember, you're talking to the internet here, so
The
they're gonna try to make it
the
make it weird.
interwebs. It's okay.
They're gonna make it weird.
Let's get
All right.
weird. Let's get weird. I like weird.
Okay.
In case you didn't know, chat, I like weird. The weirder the better.
Weirder the better. Cool. And then, so Ryan's getting some ice, so we're gonna. Thank you. Okay, we got some rolling in. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Floppy. That's a good one.
You can like scroll through chat.
Like, huh?
Yeah, you can like go up and down and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool,
I just
yeah.
have it just like I'm viewing it or something.
Yeah, that's
Except for it's
cool.
just from me, so it's on my page. But
See, I've only like watched. I've never like been a part, so I don't know how that works.
oh yeah. I see. Like I just have it up just like you would watch it. So you see the chat.
Oh yeah.
I just have it
yeah.
up like that.
Oh, cool.
And then,
but
I
like,
can scroll.
if there's like thousands, how do you get like, you know what I mean? Can
I
you
can-
like,
oh,
can you
you-
see? That's what I mean. Can you scroll up?
You can.
Oh.
Sometimes it gets gnarly. It makes it more difficult. But in the back there.
She's in the background waving.
All right, we got some weird ones.
Right. We got the ice.
That's good. We need that. I feel like I should have bought the bigger whiskey. This is a regular sized bottle.
Yes.
This
I don't like
It's
this.
okay.
new- I
I'm
don't
on
like
my
this new
second one.
trend.
I'm on my second one. So-
I just-
3, bro.
Oh.
I just finished my second, but
Interestingly, this here is a.
See, but I have to sing too, and I'm already.
You're feeling
I'm in a
good.
good space. I haven't eaten all day.
oh yeah,
I haven't eaten all day,
that'll do
chat.
it.
So
This is a owl-shaped.
this is a nice
thing,
container,
right?
by the way.
It's a
Yeah.
nice
Vintagey
owl-shaped
Yeah, I like this vintage. Very
container.
vintage.
And the cool thing about this is actually from the set of the TV show Nashville.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, did you go and get
by,
it?
No,
Oh, by Laurel.
By Laurel, our ex-momager for a band we were in a long time ago.
Oh wow.
Drew plays guitar, if you didn't know.
He mentioned. Well, you
Yeah.
said. you
Oh
said-
yeah, he's a level
yeah,
what?
33.
33?
33.
I don't know how the levels are.
Are you a
determined.
Mason? Because I think it's
I
top
would
level.
say, I feel like I'm a level.
think it's-
If you're at 10,000, bro, I feel like
Yeah, to be
I'm
fair,
like,
33 is a little like self-depreciating.
Yeah,
if you're
it
at
yeah,
does,
10,000.
bro. What are you at a 10?
I'm
if
just
you-
saying
if
hourly.
10,000 is the thing.
Well, I've only seen him play
I'm gonna
a
say
couple
let's
times.
do max of 1,000.
Max 1,000.
1,000's the max.
1,000's where you're at.
No. I don't even think.
1,000's Jimmy Page.
I think,
have no rum in there, it's just
like
Coke.
1,000's like. I don't even know. Like, because you can pass 1,000.
Sure. Okay.
Like
Sure.
Like you get to 1,000 and then you pass 1,000, you go into a
We're
whole
gonna
new
need more
world.
names, people.
New
Type
realm.
your name
You know
in
what
the
I mean?
chat.
Like-
I got a bunch of words and stuff. So I would say if 1,000's like professional,
Yeah, I'm probably at like 800.
I'm probably at like
I feel.
175.
I feel like
I don't know. What would you say?
I feel
I'm
like
at?
a
What- you've
500
seen
drummer.
me play. Okay, what would you say I'm at?
What is 1,000 again? Is that
1,000.
professional?
I'm going
professional.
thousands max.
Max.
Thousands of max.
Top-
Where's
top of the line.
professional?
Professional, I would say is like. I'm gonna go 7 and up.
You want some
7
more
and
of
up.
Yeah. I'm on pause. I'm here right now.
Jerry, I think you're like a 450.
those? Yeah, I'm at 4. I thought I was lower than that. All right.
Well, professional 700. I think you got a little bit of studying to do to be a professional. But I don't know. I'm a demanding producer. When like a guitar player that I hire, I want them to be able to play literally anything I can think of.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
If I say,
that.
"Oh, hold on, let's do a test. Let's do a test."
Okay.
So if I were to hire you as
Yeah.
just a session guy,
Yeah.
different if you're an artist, but if you're a session guy I'm hiring to play for Ryan Steele, then
Yeah.
you got to be able to play like. I have this idea, right? Okay, it's Wait, don't throw me off. You don't throw me off this bullshit. Okay, here's my idea. Okay, I need a key. Da 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 da. That's my idea.
What? Oh
See,
no.
and so he's like really close. Da 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 da.
Oh.
Oh,
Great.
yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're, and I would say, if I were producing you, I'd be like, okay, you're like a 16th note shy on the last note. You just went a little
Yeah.
long, and I'd sing it one more time. But I can see already that you'd be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
So I would probably hire you.
Yeah.
Which means you're over the 700 professional level, and that's why I'm saying you're not quite to a 700 because I got to
You
be
gave me
able
a
to
higher number
sing.
than I would have given me, so I'm fine with that.
Okay, 450. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
I
to
give
be
myself
able
a
to sing
175,
because
so-
I can't
there's-
play guitar to show you. I got to be able to sing it, and you got to be able to do it.
And that's what's crazy. There's so much that goes into it, like, and all those levels. And obviously, this is like a chart that we've made up here today.
No, it's the official chart.
But like, so you think about like, okay, again, it comes down to like fretboard familiarity. It comes down to tonality, and then also comes down to timing, right? So
You
like,
know what a lot of people can do?
What's that?
A lot of your average guy in Nashville can play anything that
Yeah.
you might sing, but they're going to be 30% wrong with the timing.
Yeah.
They're going to be like 50% of the way there with feel, like it's not going to feel right,
Yeah.
and the tone, and like the fingers, and just like getting the right emphasis on every note.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how many times you sing it, you're going to have to spend 30 minutes with them to get a really simple part.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though they're almost playing it right, it's just there's a difference between somebody who can play something almost right and somebody who can play it and incorporates their own feel and style into it. And
Totally.
like, you can't teach it.
Well, and that's like where, like a lot of times, and like, obviously, I'm a better rhythm player than I'm a lead player. I think I'm not like terrible lead player, but I'm like,
Do you want to mute the reverb?
oh, is reverb still on?
Oh, is it?
We're sounding cavish.
Hello.
Well, he's about to start
Well,
singing.
this is Morgan Freeman.
I got lots of suggestions.
Okay,
So we
okay.
should all try to leave it all for him to do. Okay. All right. You want me to be the first one?
Sure.
Corinne.
Corinne. Today I'm singing songs about Corinne,
Blue Lagoon.
and I'm thinking something about it. What's that?
Blue Lagoon.
Gotta get more
I
time on
gotta
that.
go and swim in a blue lagoon, and if I don't wanna lose.
Grilled cheese.
And grilled cheese is such a delicious snack that my mom used to make me on a summer day.
Pigeons.
And if I didn't eat it, I would toss the bread to a pigeon on the street. My mom said, Ryan, that's not okay.
Baseball.
One day it was me and my friend, and we were tossing around the ball, and then we decided, hey, let's play some baseball.
Thumbtacks.
And then when we were playing and I was running to first base, I stepped on a thumbtack and it hurt. And I said, Mom, hello, where you at? This hurts.
Level 33.
Alright. And when she fixed my thumbtack, she pulled it out and said, Ryan, don't worry about that. Because right now at 6 years old, you're a level 33 at guitar, and that is where you should be focused on. Don't worry about thumbtacks.
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
It's don't worry about thumbtacks. That's why I'm worried about guitar. I'm playing Nickelback for you, a rock star. I'm playing Nickelback for you, a rock star. I'm playing Nickelback for you, a rock star. But this ain't a Nickelback song.
Liz.
This ain't a Nickelback song. But what this is a story about a girl named Liz. She said, hey, to the chat, that's what it is. And I'm singing about you. Hello, Liz.
Carl.
Coral is what Rick said on The Walking Dead. He said Coral because he's really British, not American. I thought you guys should know that because his accent sounds weird on the show. But if you don't know that, that's why he says Coral. And I'm singing about Coral. This song is about Coral right now. But in a couple seconds, we're about to segue to the next word.
Floppy dongus.
A floppy dongus is a word I like to say. He's the first one in the chat today. And floppy dongus, I know you love me. And if you don't, maybe we should hang out and make a CD. Cause floppy dongus, I know you're from Canada and you got a lot of talent. Cause you know Ferocious Peas and that's where it's at. But I'm telling you what you gotta do. Floppy dongus, I love you, brother. Floppy dongus.
China number 1.
China number 1.
Number 1. It said like that.
Number 1.
China number 1.
China number 1 is not the same as 2, but if it was, then it would just be like you and you. And China number 1, what you gonna do? I don't know if it's takeout or what I'm supposed to do, but China number 1, this is how it's done. I really don't know what China number 1 means.
China number 1.
China number 1.
Foxes.
Foxes?
Yeah. Alright, we'll take a few more.
You know.
I have a dog, his name is Salem. He's a little Pomeranian but looks more like a fox. Sometimes I like to dream at night about Salem, and when he's running through the dreams, he is hanging out with a bunch of foxes on the street, doing bad things that I wouldn't do to my worst enemy. But he's a little fox, well really he's a Pomeranian, but if he was a fox I'd say, damn boy, you're killing it.
Penguin.
Happy Feet.
Oh, Happy Feet.
How many women?
Happy Feet is a movie about a penguin that likes to dance. And happy feet, what does it mean to me? It means I like to tap tap on the dance dance. My feet are happy, they're happy all the time. And I like to sing, and I like to rhyme. What's the next one?
Quiche.
And then I segue to a little food called quiche. I've never eaten it, but it would be so sweet.
Sanguine?
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 What is sanguine?
It's like
I don't know. Skip ahead.
Yeah,
What is sanguine, chat?
Skulls.
You.
Which one's you?
When I was young, I had a dream that I was bad, that I was big, and I was mean. I thought to myself, when I grow older, I'm gonna get a tattoo of a skull right next to a boulder. 'Cause I was gonna be so strong and sweet. I know it doesn't mean much to me, but I just love this skull because it tells a lot about my personality. And I was gonna be so strong and sweet, and I was gonna get a skull tattooed on me. But my mom said, Ryan, you better stop dreaming.
Trump's big hump.
I gotta go back to this. This one. For this. I don't even know. Trump, he had a day and it was great because he got laid on this really great day. You see, it wasn't something that was small or little, because Trump does everything to the max level. See, that's why I'm talking about Trump's big hump. I'm talking about Trump's big hump. It wasn't nothing short of small. It wasn't nothing at all, because it was Trump's big hump.
I think that might be the
Different from the note back of Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it was Trump's big hump. It's irrelevant. It's so mysterious. Trump's big hump.
All right, people are loving this, so I guess we'll keep going. Submarines.
Submarines. I wish I could be inside of a submarine. I wish I could see the world as it's meant for me. I would journey far and wide. I would go to lands unexplored. I would sing the songs that laugh and say what I'm doing now. Me and my submarine, that's how it's meant to be. Me and my submarine, that's how it's meant to be. Me and my submarine.
Aliens. And we'll wrap up on that one.
Little change. Awesome overview.
I had a best friend, and his name was George. He wasn't a best friend, he was my alien pet, similar to E.T. I met him on the streets. We built a craft and then we laughed and said nice to meet. He was my alien friend George. 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 And then he died the summer of '92. And what was I left to do? Me and my best friend Alien George. He was my best friend Alien George. He was my best friend Alien George. He was my best friend Alien George. Alien George, Alien George, Alien George, Alien George, Alien George, Alien George, rest in peace.
Austin Powers.
Oh, we're gonna keep going? I thought we were wrapping up.
Okay, this is the last
think
one. We gotta get
Austin
Floppy
Powers.
Dongus. Floppy Dongus gets the last one. Austin
okay.
Powers. And
Okay,
then
let's do
we'll
it.
move on. Just the creativity. In the moment, spontaneity. It's fun.
Some say they've seen a movie. Some say it's so damn great. And I think I could learn a thing or two from pulling a rope out of your asshole. So what do you know? Yes, it's true. That's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
He's his mojo. 'Cause that's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
And he's his mojo.
Choo, choo, choo.
Do, 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 do.
Oh man.
That's Austin Powers.
Never seen anybody like this before.
Body like this before.
Gold fingers gonna
It's
come
getting
out
weird up
too.
in here.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Have you seen that guy, that bastard?
Seen that guy, fat bastard.
He's bigger than the eye can see.
Bigger than the eye can see.
And if you don't play your cards right,
And if you don't play your cards right,
he's gonna eat you like that little baby.
a little baby. 'Cause that's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
It's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
It's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
That's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
It's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
It's Austin Powers. And that's
Austin.
I gotta say, people definitely love that.
It's a show staple.
That's fantastic.
The problem is the most people we're gonna have on the show are not gonna be able
now
to do
we have
that.
to force everyone else to try.
Turn off the reverb so we don't try
Oh
like,
yeah.
yes.
Let me.
Wanna cave.
Good call.
You know what's funny? I've only
So
seen
good.
like bits and pieces of Austin Powers. that's why I was
That's
like,
the ironic thing.
This is a pretty good song for
dude, you know the scene in Austin Powers? The scene I remember most is where they're like in a tent, and like Dr. Evil's team is watching outside the tent. He's in there with his sidekick, and like pulling stuff out of a bag. And Austin Powers is like bent over, and looks
That's
like they're
right.
pulling like a rope out of his arse.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll be right back. You keep it going.
Okay.
All right, we're keeping it rolling, chat.
Ooh, what'd be fun to talk about? What if we wanted to talk about this whole time, but we wouldn't because
Well, I
Jury
want
was
to hear
in the
about the
room.
voice, but you can't do that like back.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so coming back when Jury comes back from whatever he's doing, we're going to talk about The Voice. It's a internationally recognized TV show. Is there an international voice?
Yes, there is.
So there's a voice for a
There's like a
number
voice
of countries.
Brazil. Yeah.
Floppy Dongus, is there a voice Canada?
I don't know about that.
Seems like they'd have
I've
it.
seen
if
a bunch.
Brazil gets
I'm gonna
one.
remove my wallet because it's hurting.
So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, just for everybody who's new, we're here right off Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. This is the historic recording and music business district of Nashville.
Yeah.
And we are...
Talk a little bit about studio too, for those who don't know in the chat.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So this is actually my studio. This is Bird Rock Music, and this studio, it's actually in the basement of a house that was built in 1908, and the studio was not originally, but at some point in time, owned by Waylon Jennings, the famous country singer, and the Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter Music Company was based out of here. So. We don't really know all that happened here. We haven't learned all the history yet, but what we do know, I've only been here 6 months, but what we do know is that this was originally, at some point in time, the house of Waylon Jennings Music Company. And I started leasing this studio in January of this year, and it's been great. It's 2,000 square feet, and it's a lot to handle, but myself and my manager, Leah, are slowly building up the studio over time, and we what we do mainly is record music artists. We do some demos and things, but mostly we work with people like Ryan Steele, and we help them to figure out how to make their album. And so
Yeah.
we're currently working on Ryan's debut album. We've done pre-production where we've kind of recorded all of his songs kind of in a really demo-y way. And over the next couple months, and this is very important to say, right now I am working on a promotional video for Ryan to launch a Kickstarter. And so in the next week or two, we're going to start his Kickstarter, and we're trying to raise kind of a really large sum of money for him to make a super professional album. And we have a few tiers of goals, but our like top goal, what we're really trying to go for, is to make an album that we get mixed by Manny Marroquin, who is the guy who mixed Continuum and The Search for Everything, which are and also Battle Studies from John Mayer and
Yeah.
Born and Raised.
Yeah.
So this guy's
Yeah.
He's
pretty
mixed
massive.
a bunch of John Mayer albums, including
Which we
his
know you
newest
like.
one.
Yeah, of course. And that's why Ryan.
And he's also mixed like, oh my gosh, his list is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Manny Marroquin is Linkin Park, Miley Cyrus, Imagine Dragons, Kanye,
And Ryan Steele.
Kesha, Rihanna.
Yeah,
and
if
not
we're
Ryan
lucky,
Steele
if we're
yet,
lucky.
but we're working on his Kickstarter, and we're hoping that we could raise enough money to have him mix the album, and I'll produce it, and we're gonna go to House of Blues, which is just 10 minutes down the street, to record the whole thing. And so, anyway, we're working
Yeah.
on his album right now here at the studio, just starting to develop it.
Yep.
And-
And when that is fully released, we'll link it. We'll post it on our Twitter, which is new, but I'll post on the channel's Twitter, and Ryan will post it and post on the Facebooks and the Instagram and link it in the chat and everything, so everybody can see.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you guys can go and check
Let's
them out.
do everybody's Instagram really quick before.
Yeah. I think I said mine earlier.
Yeah,
but
he
I'll
said
say
his
it
own,
again.
but yeah, throw it out there
What
again.
is yours?
Yeah, it's gonna be at Ryan Steele Music.
And what do you
Oh,
have?
it's at Obadiah_X.
And I'm at Ryan Pool Music.
Do we really need to say the ats nowadays? I don't know if that's...
I think it just tells
I think it's
people
kinda- it's
this is a
Instagram.
web thing. So that's our Instas.
Yeah.
If you're cool, you have Instagram.
But also,
If
there's
you're really cool,
Twitter,
you're probably on Snapchat.
but I'm not that cool.
We're
I
not
have
that-
one,
I'm
but
not
I
that
don't
cool.
use it
You know
because
what's
it's the worst.
It's like I think I have a Twitter, but I think it might be deactivated.
That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
I don't like Twitter.
Twitter's
See, I
a
prefer
East
Twitter
Coast
to
thing.
Instagram.
I'm sorry,
No,
Twitter.
I like Twitter. I'm okay
so-
with Twitter. I don't like
Really?
Instagram.
Really?
It's 'cause Instagram is just pictures.
Instagram's my thing.
Okay. See,
It's
I don't
like
like. I don't
it's
care.
my favorite.
your
Most
favorite?
millennials
Yeah.
are kind of Instagrammy. I think
Sure.
your Gen Z is all on Snapchat, and that's how it goes.
But I'm not
There's
like
probably
a-
a new
it's
thing.
weird,
they
I'm not
don't
like a
know
huge
about
I
yet.
don't know.
media
Hey,
guy,
young
though.
people, what do you use for the social media?
It's a really good point.
Just curious, because I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I'm
okay,
old-
so
I'm
you're
old
back.
now.
Let's talk about The Voice.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah,
a super
what are
cool
your
thing.
questions?
I want to hear about that.
Yeah. What do you guys?
I've heard a lot of the
I've heard
stories. So what do
nothing.
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Feel
What
free
do
to
you
throw
want
some
to know?
questions at. Yeah.
Well, I'm okay. So
you just want
you
like,
obviously interviewed.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
yeah. Give me the
I'll
whole
just give
story.
I'll just give a story. Yeah. So I was living in Arizona at the time, and so I actually auditioned the first year that I did it, and I made it through the first round of the audition, which is like the, just the open calls anybody can go to. I went to L.A. and I ended up getting a little red ticket, and they're like, hey, congratulations, you made it to the second round. So
Wow.
we're gonna have you back here in like a week. Come back to L.A. and so I did that. Went back to L.A. I was actually in SIR Studios, based out of L.A. So it was cool, a lot of historic, relevance there. And then unfortunately after that one, I didn't get through. So I was kind of bummed, driving back to Phoenix, which like we talked about was like an 8-hour drive, and I was, thinking like, man, let everybody down, but everybody was, still happy, like they're proud of me. And so the following year, I ended up getting a phone call, and it was from The Voice, and they said, hey, we know that you didn't make it through last year, but we want to give you an opportunity to skip through the open call rounds and go straight to the second.
Well, that's nice.
So I was like, perfect, awesome, like, yeah, I'll do this. I don't have to go to open calls. So this time I skipped the whole first round, went to SIR Studios, and they're like, you do your audition, you meet with like an executive producer, they do a little video of you, and then they're like, all right, if you're gonna get a phone call between these dates, and if you don't receive a phone call, then you haven't made it, we're sorry, but otherwise, if you receive a phone call, then we'll give you more
It's gonna be a
information.
little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, so it's like 3 months.
The dates are 3 months.
So it's like 3 months.
So you're watching your phone for 3 months.
So you're just like waiting, yeah.
That's I can just imagine just like that.
Yeah, so you kind of forget about it, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, maybe, whatever. You're just like wishful thinking, kind of, which is good, I think, because it gives you time to like, you're not. If it was like a week, think about you'd be like, or a month,
So
you'd be like
stressed out.
constantly like looking at your phone. But since it was like 3 months, so I finally get a call like because the deadline, I forget when the deadline was like March 18th, right? And I auditioned in January.
Wow.
So yeah, so finally it was like a week before, so it was like March 10th, March 11th, and I get a phone call, and from it pops up Los Angeles, and I answer, and they're like, hey, is this Ryan? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, hey, we wanted to congratulate you, you made it to the executive rounds of The Voice, and we're gonna give you all the information, or whatever, we'll be sending it to you, you gotta fill some stuff back out to us, yada yada yada, and so I was like, awesome, super excited, like told everybody, and like you kind of got to keep it on down low. They don't want people, didn't want
Don't spoil it.
put out too much, yeah, because but basically what happens is then they fly you out to Burbank, and you're out there for a week, and you go through like a bunch of these processes, and like I don't know necessarily like what I'm allowed to or what I'm not allowed to say, so I'm gonna keep kind of vague,
Sure.
just to like protect the show,
Fair
because I don't have any like ill will towards the show.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I think it's a great show, a great
Yeah,
opportunity for a
you
lot
had
of
a
people.
good time?
Yeah, totally. So I go to LA, and they fly me out there, and you're there. You get to meet a lot of other contestants. It's like the final 150, and right
Wow.
before the blind auditions.
Which is actually pretty big.
Yeah, so
That's
I
huge.
like 70,000 auditioned.
150.
150, yeah.
That's awesome.
So like I feel pretty accomplished, and like through that I got to like that week. Like I said, there's a lot of things that you're doing, but you're really just like hanging out with people that have the same dream and passion as you, and like you get to meet a lot of friends because you're so already closely aligned. Like you're very similar. So like it was like a really amazing process to meet people, and like you're jamming out and just like playing songs together and having fun, and so I end up having a conversation, and like basically tell my whole life story, and like trying to like pull out like, okay, what is it that like about you that makes you stand apart, and I just like kept it very like light-hearted, and I didn't want to put a show on for TV or anything like that. So I was like, yeah, this has happened, or this has happened. Like, yeah, my grandmother passed away. It was tough for me, but like I don't want to exploit that for television. And like it's tough to say, but like I just got the inclination that like that's what caused me not to get through, is because
They
like
want to exploit for television.
yeah, you know what I mean.
But
It's
they're a
like,
TV show.
but they're a
Yeah.
TV show, totally understandable.
Yeah,
and, like,
reasonable.
That's just not something that I wanted to do. And like again, there's a lot that goes into it. So like too, if like anybody's thinking about doing the voice, like that's watching, like don't be discouraged at all, because like if you don't make it, that's what I learned is like you don't know what they're looking for each year. Like there's so many factors that might play under the table that you don't see. Like don't be discouraged. Don't think like, oh, I'm good enough singer or any of these things, or like just like stay true to who you are, because like it'll get you further in the long run, I believe. And like so I went through the whole process, and then unfortunately it was like 50 of the people that got cut, and the 100 go to the blinds, and then they choose 48 for TV from the blind auditions. So that was like the end of
the
it.
blind auditions is when they're just turned backwards.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah. And there's like 100 people that get the opportunity to do that.
Okay.
Like, and so yeah, but like I met like a lot of great friends through that process, and like one of my best friends, like Matt, he got to go through the whole thing as well. And like again, I just don't want to like say too much about, just to keep everything confidential. You know what I mean? But like it made so many friendships, and like like if I could go back and do it again, would I? Absolutely. But like would I do it again at this point in my like life and career? No.
You feel like you're past that.
Yeah, because
you've
like
just grown since then.
yeah, I've grown since then, and like it was a really, really good chapter for me, and like also like just to like, because you never know who's watching, but like yeah, like I said, like I think I said been fair to them, but like amazing opportunity, great show, like they give, you know what I mean, like and like just what I know about the whole process and like what they do for the people that are on there, it's like more than generous. Like they take care of you really, really well.
What's interesting is we've talked about this before, but the season you were on was literally the only season I ever watched of the show.
Really?
Which was completely a weird coincidence.
Like followed it.
I don't follow the show, but
I mean that one season.
But that one season I watched from beginning to end.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And I don't know why that was, but what's so weird is that season. My Jordy Cersei was one of the guys on the show, and I ended up meeting him randomly, like I don't know, like a year later through a sequence of friends, and so Jordy and I have recorded a song. And then I met you, who was also on that exact same season.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I've met anybody else from that season, but it's weird to have met two people from a season of a TV
It's
show.
already
like,
pretty unique.
regardless,
himself.
whatever.
And what's so funny is like
show.
he talks about that, he brings up Jordy, and like so like Jordy was like one of the regular people that when I was in LA for the show, like we hung out. You know, and like since I think he was in Atlanta before he moved to Nashville. I think he's in Nashville now. I'm pretty sure.
He is from I feel like he's from Mobile, somewhere
Yeah,
close
Alabama.
to Mobile,
Yeah,
Alabama.
yeah.
Mobile.
Alabama boy.
But yeah, also like shout out to Jordy. Like, check out.
He's such a talent.
Yeah, he's such an amazing musician, Jordy Cersei. So if you guys, I think
And I remember he was against Taylor this guy named Taylor in the.
Taylor Phelan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was against Taylor in the round, and that's where he lost. And I don't know, to be honest, back when I was watching the show, I wanted Taylor to win. Like, I liked him for whatever reason more.
Yeah.
But, like, now that I've met Jordy, like, Jordy's so cool.
Such a good guy.
And he did Skinny Love on The Voice, and I've gone back and listened to that recording, and it's such a cool rendition of that Bon Iver song. Like, such an amazing voice. So, anyway, we're going to have, at some point, I haven't asked him yet, but I'm pretty sure Jordy will come on the show.
Yeah.
And
that's super cool.
come check this out. But
it's a little cool guy to meet.
But
Super
so
sincere,
you've told me before that you played with Matt, like, later on. Like, tell us about that. So Matt, I remember from watching the show that Matt, like, he took second place, right?
Yeah.
Right underneath, was it Luke Wade?
No, it was
Luke Wade was
Craig
my
Wayne
favorite.
Boyd.
Craig Wayne Boyd
Yep.
won.
Yep.
My favorite was Luke Wade,
Luke
to be
took
honest.
third, I
He
think.
was so good. His rendition of Rich Girls, so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
You remember
what's
an awful
interesting...
lot about this
I
one
know,
season you
yeah,
followed.
because it was so... I mean, when I watch any music TV show, it just hits so close to home, I remember a lot.
See, the only thing of The Voice that I've seen is like the clips on YouTube that are like, "This made the judges cry."
Yeah.
They're like golden buzzer. Is that the
One
same
people-
show? Right.
Different show.
Different show.
Different show,
I don't
yeah.
know.
People say I
I've
look
seen the
like-
ones where it's
I
either
think that's X Factor.
ridiculous.
Gold Buzz. Yeah.
Yeah. People say I look like Blake Shelton, so that's what kind of...
Dude, that's so funny because that photo of us in the studio last time we recorded,
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, everybody thought that I was with Blake Shelton.
You should have said that you
Really?
were. You
Yeah.
should have said Abby. Yeah,
It was
you-
crazy. I'm like, I'm not Blake Shelton here. Look at the camera.
But it was like black and white too, so it was like side angle.
It's what was weird watching the show was I was like, I don't look like that guy, but every once in a while they do an angle of him, and I was like,
damn, I
is
look
that?
like that guy.
Am I on TV? It felt like I was on TV. It was weird.
To be fair, when I first moved here, we were like at the grocery store, and some lady was all like, super excited.
She's all on her phone. She's like,
No.
She's like,
Oh my
oh my
God.
god!
I almost dropped my
Are
phone.
you the guy? Oh, you're not the guy. But for a minute, she's like, I thought you were the guy.
I almost dropped my phone. I thought you was that guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, who's that country singer? You look like him.
Dude,
I'm
I've got
always
it.
like
I've
Blake
got it in
Shelton.
Nashville too. Like I think it's just living in Nashville.
Yeah,
Everyone thinks-
Especially, like,
everyone
because
thinks
people
that.
could be famous around here, and you
You don't even
know.
know.
Yeah, assume everyone's famous.
Yeah, like when
Assume
I,
famous until proven.
Well, the thing is, where I
normal.
work, that's totally possible to be true,
when I went,
which is weird.
Jess and I went to the fair last year, and 2 people came up to me for autographs because they thought I was Chris Young.
Really?
Yeah, which
I
is-
don't even know what he looks
You know,
like.
which is funny because so I also has a friend in town.
Is that
another
easy to
singer-songwriter
bring up
named
for the
Becca.
stream?
Huh? Chris Young?
Can you bring that up, like a
I
picture
can
of him
s-
onto the stream?
Here, I'll see what I can
On
do.
the stream, you
Okay.
probably like just Google it yourself.
Well, I need to see if I have a display capture though. But I'll see if I can get to work. You
Yeah.
keep telling your story though.
But so we're at the fair, and like 2 people were like genuinely freaking out, and it wasn't like a thing where like they like freaked out and then saw it wasn't me. Like they literally thought I was lying to them, saying I wasn't him, and like I had to autograph. They didn't believe me.
No way.
I swear, I'm not even joking. Jess was with me. Like he's like, there's 2 separate occasions. Like 2 people thought, and they like asked for photographs, and like thought I was because we're also like at the fair, and like you know how I dress.
Yeah, you
I was
dress kind of artisty.
I was dressed like how I would dress now at the fair. So like
Yeah.
at the fair, it makes sense. Everybody's in like t-shirts and stuff, and I'm dressed like this.
Yeah,
but-
and if you dress artisty, it calls attention to yourself a little bit, and it says
also-
like that guy's. There are people. Sometimes I see how they're dressed, and I'm like, they must be famous, and I just don't know who they are.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was also like when I wore my bald cap and my hair was like a bit shorter.
Oh, and a ball cap's the absolute famous person. Like, I'm going incognito.
Yeah, and so, but my friend Becca, she would always be downtown, and Chris Young goes downtown a lot, and she one time was like texting me. She's like, "Hey, are you at the bar right now, or is that Chris Young?" And I'm like, "Definitely Chris Young. I'm not at the bar." But like even she thought it was me, and like she knows me really well.
That's crazy.
But there's like certain photos where I guess
see if
like
I
when
can-
I had short hair with a bald
How
cap
do you
on.
right click on a Mac? I hate Macs. God.
Oh, double click.
Double click is.
It's also
right click?
it's because you're on a laptop as well.
You double click?
Yeah, no, 2 fingers click. Yeah,
Let me see.
Okay. Open image in new tab. Okay.
there you are.
I'm good at computers. That's the wrong.
Chris Young,
Oh,
bald
there
cap.
it is.
Scroll down.
Yeah, you need him in a ball cap.
Oh God, this is so much more difficult than it should be. Now I have ads and stuff.
Because you don't know how to
I just
use a
downloaded
Mac,
all
man.
the viruses.
Which it's funny because like I
Oh,
don't,
don't worry. There's no viruses on a Mac.
That's a lie.
which like I still don't see it.
Bro, I don't see it.
But I guess like
Oh, maybe with a ball cap?
maybe with a ball cap.
Well,
I
here,
don't
walk
know.
that up to the camera. Just Jury doesn't know how to use a Mac.
I got it.
Like I don't know if Jack can see
Okay.
this.
How do I make it full screen?
Okay. I mean, how do you make it? I mean, that's as close as you're going to get.
Okay, here we go. Here you guys
Okay,
go.
here.
That's who it is. I know we can't
Chris,
see it.
that's Chris Young.
Because I
People
have-
saw you look like
So
him.
that's who people thought I looked
I
like.
mean, he's got the, I guess, similar facial hair pattern.
Yeah, I think
He has eyes and
you
eyebrows
got a
that are
nose.
dark.
We both have a nose, which
You do.
which
both. Which is
uncommon these days.
Uncanny. But
Yeah, but
so
that's
you think you look at him. Here,
That's
give
what
me,
it looks like on
well.
the screen.
Also,
oh,
I was
okay,
wearing
give me Blake Shelton. Give
I
me
was
Blake
wearing
Shelton.
sunglasses.
Okay, give you Blake Shelton.
Yeah, when you do a hat and sunglasses, you can be anybody.
you can
But
be
mostly
anybody.
Eric Church.
You know,
You've seen that
I've
cover
got to
of his
say
album.
though, I'm a little disappointed that you don't have your hat.
My hat on?
Oh, it's such a good hat.
It is.
Here,
good
put
hat.
that. Give him that hat though. Any people?
It's all sweaty and
Yeah,
nasty. You don't want
okay,
this hat.
okay. Well,
See, I
Blake
feel like
Shelton.
definitely more Eric Church. with a
Yeah,
hat.
Eric Church is the
I
hat
can
and
see
glasses.
that
That's
more.
his album.
Yeah,
right?
I can see that more than the other guy.
That
for
seems
sure.
more. Or like look at like this photo. Like if I
Yeah,
wasn't,
yeah.
if I had sunglasses on,
Any one
Oh,
of those.
totally. I could definitely see that.
you know what I mean?
So this is
That's too low.
that's small.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, good black and white one there. I definitely.
You think that's the one?
I think that's the one.
Let's see.
I mean,
No, I think it's that one with him and Gwen. Because there's a hot girl next to him.
That's too small of a picture. The
let's
resolution.
black and
Let's go with black and white one.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely see
Oh,
it.
just
I
saved it
see
to
what
your
people
computer
see.
forever.
And then let me reference my Instagram because you'll totally see with that black and white one.
Okay.
Why is it so
it's so
small? How do you
small.
zoom in?
There's a way, but I don't know it.
Dude, you know what I got stuck in my head right now? It's Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Like, look at. I mean,
Okay, there you go.
look at right here and here.
Okay,
So
hold
that's
on.
what
Let
people
me.
think I look like.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I actually enable it on the thing so we can see the display.
Okay.
photo of Ryan and me. Ryan and Ryan.
Well, they don't see your phones as the camera's
No,
over
but
there.
you.
Oh, me. Oh, I've seen this a million times.
Oh.
My wife literally has a picture of Blake Shelton on our refrigerator labeled Ryan. Like, it's.
Oh, by the way, I live there too, so it's weird.
Yeah, it's also your house. Also, the picture of Blake Shelton on your mirror in your studio, I noticed.
Leah did that.
Creeper.
The women in my life want to like compare me to Blake Shelton and do this whole thing. I don't like advertise that for me.
No.
Sure.
No, I
But
just
then again,
You're
who
right. You
cares?
just tell the women in your life to advertise it for you. That's all.
No, I don't. They just
shady-
it's just they naturally
shady
do it. Okay, all right. I need another water.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go get us. Do you guys need waters, or sodas, or
I think
coffee?
I'm good. I think I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm
gonna.
solid. I got like a full water.
Okay, I'm gonna go get another water because I went through mine. But while I'm gone, I've heard this story a million times. That Ryan, why don't you go in?
Floppy
And,
says he can see the Blake Shelton thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
See?
And Liz
See?
only says she can see it a tiny bit, though.
Floppy nose.
Thanks, Liz. No,
Floppy
I
Donkins
see-
is on your
I
side.
see it too,
Floppy
but it's only
tongues.
like certain angles. It's like every once in a while.
But the fact that you can see it is like enough.
Well,
It's
we
a-
were talking about the
It
voice.
is. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay, wait. There's two things we want to talk
I
about
think it's
here.
just weird. My wife
I
has a
remember
picture of
Matt.
my
Is it
fridge.
McAndrews?
Yeah, McAndrew.
Matt
No S.
McAndrew.
Yeah.
I remember him on the show because he did the Beach Boys song "God Only Knows," and I know
Yes.
that was a big deal
I
for
thought
him
that
on
was
the
pre you
show.
liking the Beach Boys.
This was pre me liking the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
I wasn't super
Really?
into them at the time.
Now he's like weird.
My
into
dad
them. It's
always
kinda
liked.
creepy.
He's a
Yeah,
genius.
Kinda rapey.
my. That's right.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad always liked the Beach Boys, and so I grew up like thinking, "Fun, fun, fun, tell your daddy takes a deep
But there's a lot more than
and
that.
thinking of that
That's
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
you were the basic bitch of Beach Boys.
I was a basic bitch of Beach Boys back in the day, and I heard Matt McAndrews, and everybody's like, "God Only Knows is the most amazing song ever."
Dude.
And I was like, "Okay, cool." Well, it was after that show that I learned that Pet Sounds, the album that's on, is
Yep.
the #2 album of all time.
Yeah.
And I
Is
was
it
like,
of all time?
of all
Or
time,
number two,
according
what?
to Rolling
Sales?
Stones.
Oh, according to okay, so
according to
one list.
Mojo.com, it's the number
Okay,
one
first
album
of all,
of all
whoa,
time.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
First of all,
Mojo.com is worth absolutely zero, and I mean that, Mojo. And if you're watching, I mean it. You're the worst.
Well, Rolling
But-
Stones, it's #2.
Okay, well,
Rolling Stone
that's
number
cool.
two.
I've really enjoyed Pet Sounds.
dude, but the
So,
thing is, like
I
the
just think there's so much out there. That's
what they
so
did
hard.
though, what they did with that, like you know what I mean, and
It's
the
incredible.
time for the time and what they did, it's incredible.
It's incredible. And I
Yeah.
got into it after that show. So I watched Matt McAndrews singing that song and thinking, oh, yeah, that's a song people know. But then I got into that album, and because it's #2, I was like, I should spend some time learning this and really caring.
Yeah.
Since then,
Makes
I've
sense.
bought Pet Sounds on vinyl. I have it over there. I've got it on CD. I've got it, of course everybody has it on Spotify.
But hold
but
on.
I've listened to Pet Sounds no less than 30 times over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's become and I have it posted on my studio wall. It's just become one of my favorite albums. It's genius. But anyway, so tell me about, here's what I want to happen when I go get water. Tell jury about what's happened with you and Matt since The Voice. You guys are friends, you went and played with him.
Yeah.
Tell jury about that, and then let's transition to talking about when you moved to Nashville and you lived in your truck.
Yeah, totally.
What was that like? Okay,
Right, 'cause that's a big thing that
Yeah.
he mentioned I don't know anything about.
Yeah. So first off, I guess the Voice stuff still stay on there. Matt. Also if you guys want to go check out Matt McAndrew, he's one of my best friends.
You're the best at shouting out people.
Dude, right?
You shout out everyone.
Yeah, you
Just
got
give
it.
him that love.
You got it. It's fair. It's he's one of my best friends. He's an amazing artist as well. Went through the whole process, did really great, took second place. And so him and I met early in that process again of the show, and we hung out. Had a great relationship then. And then he went on the show. I moved to Nashville. We kind of lost contact. You know what I mean? And I was just he's doing the show thing, whatever. And I think it was a year after the show, he reached out to me, and I got a phone call. I was oh, Matt McAndrew, on my phone. I pop it up. And so I answered, and he's hey, bro, what's up, man? Long time to chat. I'm yeah, dude, what are you doing? He's well, I'm coming to Nashville in 2 weeks. And he's I was wondering if you could play guitar for me. I'm doing this showcase. And
That's awesome.
I was yeah, dude, totally. I'm totally available. And so I ended up playing the showcase with him, and it was at the Country Music Hall of Fame. And
Wow.
yeah, it was
that's huge.
It's huge, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was totally cool, one of the most awesome experiences I've ever done. And then basically since then, him and I became best friends. He's
Wow.
he's my boy,
Yes. So you just connected.
yeah,
really,
talked to him
well.
weekly, yeah, and also
And before this, you were connected, but it weren't
we had phone numbers. But,
Sure,
yeah,
but
but
you
we
weren't-
hadn't talked since the
So
show.
this is a quick transition to
Yeah,
just really
so-
being close.
Yeah, so when he came here, it's
That's
just
awesome.
boom, and then since then too, he had me out, and we went out to Philly, and for his new EP that he did, I opened up for him out there in Philly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is totally cool experience, and like I said, him and I are best friends,
Close.
and since then,
Yeah.
super close. He's right hand man, it's and it's it's been great. So that's again the transition from The Voice it was just an amazing experience, and I think for everybody on it, everybody would say the same thing, regardless if you got to where I did or if you didn't get to where I did or if you got further, and that community too is still so connected. There's even
Yeah.
a Facebook page for Voice contestants
Oh,
that we're
wow.
all on. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So, and how recent was this that you guys were doing these things?
With Voice?
Well, no, with him.
Oh, with
specifically.
Matt? So that would have been in 2015.
Okay,
The
so
first
not long
time
ago at all,
we
yeah.
connected, yeah. And in Nashville when I played and then,
You guys still pretty connected?
oh yeah, me and Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
oh
guys,
yeah. Yeah, we talk,
Right there.
yeah, probably once a week.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
cool
yeah.
because I know because having that kind of connection with people can be tough.
Oh yeah.
You just really connect with them right away like that and actually do stuff with them. That's super awesome.
Yeah, and I've been very fortunate because I've been anywhere I go, I've been surrounded by really good company, and hopefully maybe it's something about my character, but I just feel I've been very blessed in that regard, to be surrounded
Yeah.
by good people.
Well, you seem like the kind of guy who can. You can talk to me. You're comfortable talking to people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's easy.
You're not coming in here being
No,
I'm
I always
shy.
say I can be best friends with
Yeah.
a shoe.
With a shoe.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I just I like talking. I have no problem talking. It's easy and
That's awesome.
yeah. But I also
Definitely
really outward of that, and this is something I've learned within myself the past year probably is just I love people.
You love people.
Yeah, dude. Even if it's like I said about the door thing earlier, it's somebody on the street, even a stranger, homeless
Yeah.
person. Dude, I love talking to homeless people.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just want to hug them, be yo, I love you. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think that's
I hear ya.
a big part of me is I want to take care of people, and that's that's something I said to Ryan. A big part of my whole journey is it used to stem from this ego, and this success and this fame, but since I've grown older and I've learned more about myself, taking that introspective time that I need, it's I just want to be somebody that takes care of everybody around me, like everybody that I love, and not even just people that because like I said, I like genuinely believe that I love everybody, and like that sounds weird. Like, what does that mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I get like, there's people that,
I hear
that piss you
No.
off, but
yeah,
like,
I think people are reading what you're saying. Yeah,
there's a lot of good in the world that like I want to be able to do. I want to take care of people.
you believe
like,
in people.
Yeah, and I totally 100%.
You believe the best in them.
Absolutely, and because like with my dream and like everything that I've seen since I was 5 years old and what it is to now, it's like I see that in everybody else. Whether it's like somebody who's like a young kid at work who's like skateboarding, you know what I mean? It's like, man, I wish I had a ton of money so I could invest in him because I believe in him so much. Like I see all the time, I see people that I believe in so much, and like they just don't know what to do with the tools, the assets, or the formula, and like I'm like, man, I feel like I have the formula, I feel like I have the tools. I was like, I just don't have the money, and like where it's like it's tough because like. So that's why I want to get to that place is like, obviously like to be able to fulfill my dream that I've had all these years. That's like number one, but also to take care of everybody and facilitate, like use my dream to make other dreams happen. Like that's very important to me. Like I don't want my dream to happen and that's it. Like I want my dream to be a result of I made it. So now I can I want to like I said, it's like, it's all about duplicating, right? So it's like, how great would I feel at the end of my life if I could make 10 other people fulfill their dreams? You know what I mean? Like even if it's an investor or whatever little part that I have in it, if I can help them, advice, whatever it may be. Because it's like, I always say that, it's like, I like, when I talk to people, I'm like, you don't need, I don't need a sales pitch from you. Like, I already bought into you. Like, I'm invested. Like, you don't need to be fake or front or anything. It's like, I already believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. Like, I already want what's best for you. Like, I'm here for you. So it's like, whatever you need, like, let me know. But like, I'm here for you. I already believe in you. Like, you don't have, you know what I mean? It's like, don't lie to me because you're only lying to yourself.
Yeah.
So
you guys talked about the living in the truck yet?
No, not yet.
No,
Okay.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. So outside of financial constraints, having that money to push you there, do you believe that you have everything it takes to get to right where you want to be?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
So now here's kind of a weird question.
More than 100%.
Kind of weird. Do you have in your mind a dollar figure? What's the number that would take you, that would give you that edge, that give you that push, the one thing that you need? What is that amount?
Like what the one thing that I need?
Yeah, well, you're saying the one thing you need is the financial side of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because obviously that's the hard side.
Yeah, totally.
Right? That's tough. Mm-hmm. That's real tough. What is it? What do you have in your mind? Like if I had this much, this is what I could do. Like if you had $1 million.
No. Because
what could you do?
Like so many wise people have said, and a lot of role models that I look up to, and other celebrities that I pull a lot of my inspiration from, and my inspiration comes from like so much more than music. You know what I mean? But like Matthew McConaughey said it best, who am I, like who do I want to be in 5 years? He's like, and like I want to be the best version of me that I can be in 5 years. Like so it's the same thing as like, I think when people have a similar mind to what I do, is like, or to my mind at least, it's like there's never good enough. It's never good enough. Like, so like $1 million, like, oh, I made my first $1 million, like great, let's make 2. Oh, I made 2, let's make 10. Oh, I made 10, great, let's make 20. I made 20, let's make 50.
Let's go jump straight to 100.
Yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? It's like, it's never a stop. It's a continual process. But now what I will say with that is like, just as myself, like, because again, like I like to be as transparent as possible.
Sure.
Like that is the hardest thing. So like, yes, I figure out I have the tools and I know the formula, but following the formula is the hardest thing. Bless you. Bless you.
That's times 2. 3 times.
But so it's like, I can tell you the formula, but just because I tell you the formula doesn't mean you're going to follow it.
So what is the formula? I mean, I don't need like the whole breakdown.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
it's as simple as this. Like, dude,
the...
like the back, literally, like Chad, I'm showing him the background, like, of my screen, which I wrote down. It's like how to win, cut out all the bullshit.
Okay.
And what that means is we all aspire to have one dream in life. Like I feel like some people haven't found out what their goal in life is, but for those of us that have been fortunate to realize, maybe why we were put here or why we were born or what we aspired to do, we have that one thing. And this is what I was telling Ryan this the other day, and like I was really broken down and emotional because I'm just a very introspective person. I think all the time. And
sound like a musician.
Yeah, totally, right? But with that, it's like, what I mean by that is how to win, cut out all the bullshit. And like, what is winning again? Like I could talk, we talk for days, but to get back to the point, it's like, so say my goal is, what I'm telling you, my main goal is to be able to reach my top tier so I can help other people, right? So if that's through music. So I know music is the main thing. So anything else that is like, that's clogging the window, right? That's like, if music is straight in front of me and like there's a bunch of other stuff, like stuff that I love doing, like playing video games or just relaxing on the couch, like I need to realize that like that is all just like bullshit. It's like, it's things that make me monetarily happy, but like in the end, they're not going to get me closer to that goal as quick as possible. If now, of course we need like a work-life balance, right?
Sure.
And for a lot of us creators, we have a day job while pursuing our craft, while pursuing a relationship, while trying to do other things that make us happy, you know, be able to watch our favorite Netflix show and all that. But it's honestly, it's no matter where you are, what time of the day, what room you're in, you need to physically be the hardest worker, and everybody else in that room needs to see it. Like, you don't need to know it, everybody else needs to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that the formula is, and you know what's crazy is like, that's the tough thing, is that that's the formula, but nobody, it's hard to do, because what that means is that in order to get here, it's like, and I know it's like hard work, you know, it's like stupid, right? But like, if your whole entire life encompasses what you're trying to do, like, it's just 100% of your time. It's like, how long will it take you to get there? Like, everybody says Nashville's a 10-year town. Okay, what does that mean? Does that mean it's a 10-year town if I work 100% of the time? Is it a 10-year town if I work 90% of the time? 80%? 30%?
No one can tell you.
Nobody can tell you. But that's where I don't believe that. Like, all that, it's a 10-year town. No, it's a 1-year town if you work 100% of your time on what you're trying to do. But that's where I just don't believe anybody who says they're working 100% of the time. Like, it's just not possible, because you need that balance. And like, even I realize that that's my biggest fault, and I think that's everybody's biggest fault, is our own laziness.
We gotta pay rent though, too.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Like,
We'll
do
work.
you have a day job?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You have a regular job too.
Yeah, just
Right.
work downtown at the bar.
Because you gotta pay.
Yeah, you got to pay your rent.
Right, you gotta make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And like,
So it's hard for people to actually do the 100%, because it's
But even outside of that, it's like
as soon as when you're done, your focus is
100%
straight, 100%
everything.
all the
in
way.
your car while you're driving home, and like, what that means is like, again, like pursuing these huge goals, whatever it is like when you look at multimillionaires and like or like any celebrity, like, why are they so lonely? Because they've sacrificed so much. You know what I mean? And like, why are they so messed up? Because they've given up so much to get to where they are. Like, that's why you look at billionaires and why they're unhappy with their life, because they gave up so much. And that's where I talk about the next level, like, what is winning? Well, like, I'm not like, I don't have all the answers, but like, if like, I talked to a guy at work, and he's like, man, I need to quit playing video games so much and like get my life in order. And I'm like, dude, like, if video games makes you happy, like, who cares about what society says about what you should do? Like, if that genuinely makes you happy, like, I'm happy that you're playing video games. Like, I love that, dude. Like, I'm not gonna be the person that tells you not to play video games and that you should get your life together, because from where I see it, if you clearly have joy and you have, like, you already made it. Like, you won.
And everyone on Twitch agrees with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's so yeah, and that's what I mean about the formula, and that's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't. But I also can't sit here and lie to myself as like, if I look back on myself at 5 years old and I say, like, this is the dream that I set out to have. Like, that's the one thing I see people don't admit, is don't be afraid to admit your own laziness, right? And like, admitting your own laziness is powerful, because you realize that you're being lazy and you need to work harder. But getting outside of that laziness and actually going to work, like, that's it's like, it's going to take you to do that. Like, nobody else can tell you to do that. And you have to really want it, and that's what separates people that want it and the people that don't. And
Everyone's literally agreeing with you in the chat. They're like, video games make me happy. Same.
yeah.
Hey,
You know?
here's just a thought. If you have more to say, that's
Oh yeah, no, totally.
I was gonna say, I think we should do another song, and then talk about
The truck.
living in the truck.
Yeah, because we do have to like end it fairly soon. which I'm
Are you
actually
gonna play
I'm glad we're-
Are you gonna play the idea?
I'm not. I'm gonna play Traveler in my heart.
I just have.
Hey, who says we need one though? If he wants to do more than one, we want to do more than one. I need to run to the restroom really quick because all this liquid.
Yeah, go to the restroom. We're going to play a song right now. We're going to talk about what it's like to live in your truck.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do one song and
we'll end it with a song. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to mute
And if it's
you
the
and my
idea,
mics.
that's cool. And if it's not idea, that's cool too.
I'm going to mute you and my mic so nothing bleeds through.
Yep.
And unmute all his stuff. I'm going to run the restroom. Perfect. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
All right, so yeah, chat. We're gonna play. I'm gonna play a song that's very meaningful to me, very true. This is a good segue to living in the truck too.
Yeah.
This one's called "Traveler in My Heart." Here it goes. 1, 2, 3. Just a traveler in my heart. I bought it all and sold the parts. An open road don't go too far, 'cause you've been caught behind the bars. And people say you gotta have it all. Work those fingers to the bones till they fall off. A pretty house, fancy clothes, shiny cars. I guess I'm just a traveler in my heart. Diamond rings weren't made to shine, but we still buy to ease the mind. And bandages won't stop the pain, they just cover up to start again. And people say you gotta have it all. Work those fingers to the bones till they fall off. A pretty house, fancy clothes, shiny cars. I guess I'm just a traveler in my heart. It's all the same. Will you stop playing these old pretend games? 40 years from now, we'll look back to figure out why we're still in chains. And people say you gotta have it all. Work those fingers to the bones till they fall off. A pretty house, fancy clothes, shiny cars. I guess I'm just a traveler in mind. And people say you gotta have it all. Work those fingers to the bones till they fall off. A pretty house, fancy clothes, shiny cars. I guess I'm just a traveler in my heart. A traveler in my heart. A traveler in my heart.
All right. It's Traveler in My Heart by Ryan Steele.
Yes, there's a little ditty for y'all.
A little Diddy, which is ironic because one of my top viewers' name is Diddy Sis. I'll call him Diddy.
Bro, so okay, that was a great segue. So tell us, how does one decide that they want to live in their truck, car, van, spaceship?
Yeah, so
Well, hold on. Can we specify if was it a truck, car, van, or spaceship?
it was a truck.
Okay.
It was a 1993 Chevy Suburban. And so, yeah, one decides to do that because it was like, and you know what's crazy? It was like, this was before the whole, like, tiny home, before the whole, like, millennial van. You know what I mean? Like, I never saw any of that. Like, where it strictly stemmed from was, like, after doing The Voice and not making it through and feeling like I didn't have a story that was good enough for TV, I said, I'm going to go create my own story. And I was like, I can move to New York, LA, or Nashville. And I was like, all right, I'm going to choose Nashville.
Wait, why did you choose Nashville
That was the most
over LA or New York?
economically friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like,
That's a part of why I moved here too.
yeah, it was like, it was more, less inexpensive than the other two. And also it was like, my dad's dream to always come down to Nashville and pursue his career in music.
Because he was a country musician.
Yeah, so it kind of tied into that a little bit. But it was more affordable. But I was living in my truck, so I could have gone anywhere. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. But the reason I lived in my truck wasn't because like I didn't have enough money or because I was homeless or anything like that. It was strictly because I wanted to turn my life into the movie with Jim Carrey called Yes Man.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and like,
Okay.
and honestly, it's like
Not
the
what
girl
I
in that?
expected at all.
Who was the
yeah.
girl in that movie? Was it Zoe?
Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted
Everyone
to
loves
cut
Zoe.
out
Z-Dog.
all of the laziness from my life. And because like it's easy to have a comfy couch and a comfy bed and a flat screen TV and a nice kitchen and all of these things that comfort us so much. And it's distractions. They're all distractions of us pursuing our dreams. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to move to Nashville. I'm going to live in my truck. I don't know the time. I don't know how long I'm going to do it. But I'm going to say yes to every single thing that comes my way. I'm going to go out. And that's what I did. And it was like the most beautiful time of my life that I've ever had because like there was nothing holding me back. I had no bills. I also
Sounds so good.
yeah, like I didn't tell anybody that I was
My
living
wife
my
says that's her favorite movie. Yes, man.
yeah, it's a great movie and like there's a huge lesson in there and like just go for it. Don't be afraid to say yes to whatever comes your way, you know, because it could get you so far in the end. And so that's what I did. Is like the only day off I took was Sunday, and because I was like do my laundry and like go to the library and hop on my computer and like catch up with things. It was like my errand day. The rest of the days of the week I was looking at open mic nights every single day in Nashville I was going to, and like somebody would be like, hey, Wednesday night there's this, and I was like, I'll be there, like you know what I mean. And like I just went and did everything, and at the time I was like so motivated, and like I had a journal of like everybody's number and name that I came across. Anytime I met somebody I would instantly go back and write their name, my journal, where I met them, their phone number, their email, just a catalog. And I have a jar full of all the business cards that I've ever obtained in Nashville. And I was just like so focused and so motivated, and there was nothing just blocking that vision. You know what I mean? It was like that was it. It was a clear path to where I wanted to go. And you know, of course, then it was like after 6 months of living in my truck, like I was like, you know, I'm over this. Like I did it through the winter. It was like October. I moved down here October 13, 2014, and I did it until March. So
It's a long time.
yeah, March or April, I forget. 6 months, whatever. So October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so it was April. I moved into an apartment, and I didn't tell. Like I told 3 people the whole time I was in my truck, because like I knew the type of head that I had on the shoulders and like the way that I wanted to carry myself. I never wanted anybody to feel like pity for me, or like I never wanted people to be like, oh, come crash on my couch. Like that's not what I wanted. I wasn't doing it for that. I was doing it for my own like spiritual introspective journey, and like to figure out exactly what and like I said, it was like the key lesson to my life of like learning and figuring out that formula. You know what I mean? Like that was a big contributor to finding out what that formula is. And like it's like the best thing I ever did. And I told Ryan, that's where it's a spaceship. It's like, was it bad? Like, no, it was amazing. It was like I was living in a spaceship. Like I had curtains on the inside of the Suburban, like the whole back part of the Suburban except for the front bench, like was just hollowed out. I had like a Tempur-Pedic pad back there and like a dresser and curtains. It was like,
You made it a whole thing.
yeah, like my guitar's back there. I remember like eating Little Caesars pizza while playing my guitar on the back of my Suburban.
Sounds so fun.
With a lantern. Yeah, it was great.
Sean Stivers says that's cool.
Sean Stiver!
Ryan, Ryan's little brother.
Sean Stivers is
Hey.
Going
my
on, Sean?
brother.
What's up, Sean? But yeah, man, it was like, it was the best, like one of the best things, like that I've ever done musically for myself.
That's awesome. That sounds like that's like over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's like a whole other category.
Yeah.
That's like because people
Whole
move here,
another
Yeah.
level.
and that's why you're level 10,000. You know what I mean?
That's why you are the
Well,
wizard
honestly-
of guitar.
That's why that's like what I say is like, that's what's true. It's like if you look at like every commonality between anybody who's ever like been successful, and like I feel like we all have a clear definition of what successful is. Like, yeah, everybody says like, okay, what is successful? Like, of course we're all successful now, but when we think of successful, we think of this established point. And it's like you look at all those people all of those backstories, right? And it's like there was like some part to that backstory where like normal person would be like, they were insane, and like that was my part of my backstory where like, oh, like who in the right mind would do that? You know what I mean? Like,
You gotta do
and
something
especially
crazy.
like it wasn't like I was like, it wasn't finances or anything. Like you know what I mean? Like it was like nothing like that. It was just
You
like
it was
have
the
to
right
be
thing for you.
homeless.
it was the right thing for me that I needed to do. Yeah, and like
Yeah.
nobody else told me to do it. Like, and like, yeah, it was the best thing.
Why did you stop?
Because well, I was parking at Walmart for like 3 months of that. I was parking. I bought 2 storage units then. I had one storage unit that was like my living room. It was like a 10 by 10 storage unit where I had like my PA hooked up. I had a rug in there, chairs, dude. It was like,
Just like chill out, play some music.
yeah, dude. It's like just jamming all the
That's
time.
all. Did they ever get complaints about that?
No, because like they knew me and they knew I was like I was
How
never.
much does that cost a month?
It was like 150.
Nice.
So compared to rent,
So you got an
that's pretty
apartment
good.
for 150
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, and then like I had a 10 by 20 foot storage unit because my truck was causing so much gas. It's like $400 a month. So my dad
Whoa.
brought down my other car, which is like a Chevy Cavalier. So I was like, well, I got to park my truck that I'm sleeping in somewhere. So I bought another storage unit that was like $300 a month. It was a 10 by 20 foot storage unit that I parked my truck in, and then I would go drive my Cavalier during the day, look like a normal person, come back to my storage unit and sleep inside my truck through the middle of winter.
Yeah, that's correct. Periphery. Yeah, it's a hideout because we are in a basement. On the left, which is the left? Is the guy on the left the guy that looks like?
Oh, Ryan's
Like
on
Shelton?
Left. Ryan's on left, yeah.
Is he on the left on this thing?
No, he's on left of your.
Oh yeah, he's on the left.
it says-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Waylon Jennings' old basement studio. It's true, and it's actually not Sean Stivers. It is your
Carl.
mother.
Hi, Mom. It's different person. Weird that her name's Sean Stivers. Hi, Mom.
That's super weird. That's her
So
kid.
yeah, so
But anyways,
we are the people who are being hit out right now.
yeah, we are hiding it.
Right now.
So you stopped living in your car because
Okay, so then I was like, there was 2 times where in the storage unit there's like I had 24-hour access. It was like the middle of winter, and the gate like froze shut.
how cold does Nashville get in the winter?
It was like 7 that winter.
7.
That's
I remember
cold.
that winter.
Yeah,
Oh, was this the one where you filmed the video?
it was 2014, 2015 that year.
Yeah, I just recall
It was like 7
the
degrees.
7 was the polar vortex.
Dude, yeah, man. And
I remember getting
Periphery
here at
says she's here for the one in the blue shirt on the left, which is you.
That's you.
Because
That's
he's the hottest. So, Periphery?
Hell yeah,
Referee!
referee. Don't know who that is, but I love you. So yeah, so that was January, I believe, or maybe
Yeah.
February. But I feel like it was January.
yeah.
So 7 degrees, and you got locked out.
Yeah, so locked out twice. So I spent the first time I got locked out, I spent the night because again my truck was up in the storage unit, so I couldn't go to sleep. So I was like,
Man.
I went back to Walmart where I formerly was parking in
Yeah.
my Cavalier, and I was like, Cavalier's a tiny car,
Sure.
so I'm like trying to fall asleep in the back seat, like couldn't fall asleep. And by this point, I had a job, like a regular job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like working a regular job for like 5 of the 6 months, and like nobody knew I was living in my truck.
Wow.
And yeah, nobody, and like because it's just not something I publicized. So then,
It's just 91.
oh,
She's here for the cute guy in the man bun.
oh, my baby,
It's just
my baby cakes.
Oh wow, we got a good choice. Nice.
But yeah, so after getting locked out the first time, I like spent the whole night up at Walmart, went to work the next day, super exhausted, and I was like, man, like I got back to my truck, the gate opened, I like crashed, passed out for like the rest of that whole night after work. And it was like a week later, I got locked out again.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then so that night I just went to Cafe Coco, and I spent the whole night up at Cafe Coco.
We just went there the other day.
And I was like, I gotta stop doing this. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm exhausted. And so for like what I decided to do, I got ended my gym membership, or not my gym membership, my storage unit membership. Because like the whole time I was living in my truck, I should have mentioned this. It's a whole crazy story, but the first 3 things I did is I got a P.O. box, I got a storage unit for like, it was like a 5x5 to put all my music gear. Before I was living in the storage unit. And then I got a gym membership so I could shower, shave, brush my teeth, 24-hour access.
That's smart.
So in the P.O. box looked like I had an address. You know what I mean? So for work, I was able to get a job. And without having to explain that I'm like doing this crazy truck living thing.
Right. Had to be weird in a job interview.
So finally I was looking at apartments, and I ended up finding this one apartment. And so what I did is like, look, it was all looking promising. So it was 7 miles away from my storage unit, but I had 2 vehicles. And like, I don't know why I didn't think about it. I don't know why I like didn't Uber, but I don't know. But I drove my Suburban that I was sleeping in to the apartment complex because I had like a month before it cleared. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to stay in the parking lot of the apartment complex for a month till I move in. And so I drove my Suburban there, walked 7 miles back to my car.
Oh.
Yeah, and then drove my Cavalier there.
I've not ever in
Walked
my
7
whole
miles?
life walked 7 miles.
That's completely not
Yeah.
true.
You totally have.
I can
Really?
think of times you and I have walked 7 miles.
Really?
Overnight. In particular.
Oh, God.
There's no way that was less.
All right, we shouldn't talk about this
That's-
now,
we'll
but
do
for
that.
the
We'll talk about that
future of
later. We'll
Music
talk
Row
about that
Hideout,
later.
we will talk about exploring abandoned mine shafts from the 1800s
Yeah, illegally.
illegally.
We'll talk about that later. That's a whole nother episode.
another
Just, uh,
time. Okay, so
polish up
you
that
walked
Coca-Cola.
7 miles.
Well, I know we're out. We need to buy like a double size next time.
But yeah, so 7 miles, and then all in all, that ended up falling through, right? The apartment complex I was staying in.
Oh God.
So luckily, a buddy from work, he had a friend who was also looking for a roommate, and so they had no clue that I was like living in my truck doing this thing. And so finally, I ended up getting a roommate, moving to a super nice place, and it all worked out. But that's kind of how I got out of it. Was those 2 nights getting locked out in the same week, just kind of like mentally and physically exhausted me. Where I was like, I've done this for 6 months. Like, I've gone longer than anybody, because like my dad knew, and like my mom knew, of course, my friends knew back home. I was like, I've surpassed any expectations for living in my truck. Like 6 months through the winter, like I did it. I'm gonna go back. But yeah, but then like of course like you get back to that lifestyle of like all these distractions and these comforts and this laziness. And so what do I do again? Like after going through all these trials, like I took a year off of music. You know?
Wow. That's
Yeah.
huge. That's a long time.
Yeah, and like I just really needed it because I was starting to get to like a
Getting burned out.
burnt out, and like again like it's so tough to explain and like to understand, because there's a lot of people in Nashville that I've like maybe they've been playing guitar for 10 years. It's like, yeah, it's a long time, but like come back, talk to me when you play for 20, because like that's double of what you've played. Like
It's more than you ever have even known.
Yeah,
To
it's
the
like-
point you can't imagine.
You know what I mean? So like what everything that comes with that, you know what I mean? Like that's where I just don't think a lot of people really, and like it's sad, and like I do feel like grateful to have a good head on my shoulders and be able to conceptualize a lot of things and think in an introspective way like that. It's very healing for me. But that's where like all of these stories about, like celebrities and all this coping stuff they're going through, and people are like, man, they have everything. Like, it's like, because we don't understand, like, and like for me, it's like, I'm like, yeah, I've been playing for 21 years. But then that's like somebody saying, oh dude, bro, I'm playing for 42. Like getting my ball court.
Like, can you even imagine?
Like, I can't even
42?
fathom that. So like, that's what I mean. Like most people, musicians that are in Nashville, and they're like, everything's like great over the moon with my music. It's like, I'm happy for you, but like, it's like introspectively, you don't know what anybody's going through, like unless you're in their own shoes. And that's why I had to take a year off, because like I was in such a place where like, and a lot of it was I put on myself, you know what I mean? Like expectations I thought people had for me, or certain things I need to live up to. And like I talk about this tree, this metaphoric tree, where it's like every day when the success didn't come, I felt like I was letting people down, because everybody pictured this 40-foot tree and it was only 10 feet tall. So every day I wake up and I walk out to my garden, metaphorically speaking, And I would look at my tree, it was 10 feet tall. I'm like, man, when is this my time gonna come? Like, when's the rain finally gonna come and grow this thing? And
That's so interesting. That's an interesting topic. The idea of like other people's expectations on your life and what you need to become to satisfy that.
yeah,
I feel like in a almost opposite way in my life, like with my parents, especially my dad. My dad was real supportive of me in music. He'd come and watch every show, but like he was musical. He played drums himself, and I was always a drummer.
No, don't forget your mom is watching.
That's true. My mom was really supportive as well. But with my dad, like he was just like he seemed cool with whatever level I achieved. Like he didn't seem to want me to be at a certain level. He was just no matter what I did, he's like, "That's great." Yeah. And even now, like, you know, from when I'm 15 and I'm playing in a band in his garage to like now I'm 30 and I've got a recording studio in Nashville, like, it's like he's not saying anything different now than then. He's like, oh, that's awesome. You're pursuing your dreams. It's always the same. I think maybe I felt that more with my grandparents, this idea of like you have to reach a certain level. Yeah.
Well, and that's like that's the crazy thing is like nobody ever forced those expectations on me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to paint that picture. Because like you talk about like your dad, like my dad has like been the primary support of my entire music career. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, like I love my mom, I love the rest of my family, my siblings. Everybody's so supportive. Like Jess, you know, it's like
Jess.
Everybody's so it's Jess. Yeah, everybody's so supportive. It's
Jess.
But like, you know, it's almost like I said, like why did I come to Nashville? Because it was like my dad's dream to come to Nashville always. Oh. So it's like I felt like I was living out his dream, and I'm like, and I also think like, even outside of family and friends and all this, like I just genuinely realize like how grateful I am to have the life that I do, and like the small impurities that have been in my life, and it's like I can't waste this opportunity that I've been giving because so many people throughout the world would literally die to be in my shoes. You know, so it's like you
don't want to waste that.
So not that's the things I put that burden on myself. Nobody else has put that on me.
Yeah.
But like
same.
Like every day that I like, there's not a day that doesn't go by where like this is just how I think. Like even when I'm on vacation, I was on vacation in Austin for a bachelorette party. It was beautiful. But I'm sitting there at dinner. I'm looking at the city through the window of this nice fancy restaurant we're in, and I'm thinking about like kids in Africa that would die to be in my seat. You know, and like what I do in those moments is when I think about that is like I have to be aware of genuinely how grateful I am, and like even like right here in this chair, like this conversation, this podcast, the people that are listening, like, and hopefully that shows, but like my gratitude just extends like beyond these walls, like beyond this state. Like yeah, like it goes so far because like I have to be consciously aware and always be reminiscent of that humility, because like I didn't choose this lifestyle, but I have to make the best of it. Like I didn't choose this life, but like I realize I'm very much so aware of like what I have, like I said, and the tools and the formula, and sometimes that eats at me because it's like, it's, you know, you're faced with like, what if I want to just, like I said, be Patrick Star and hide under a rock? And it's like, that's selfish of me, and like I want to slap myself in the face for thinking like that, but I can't help to think like that because I'm human, you know. And it's like sometimes we just want to relax, but I can't, and like I don't want to, and like every time I do relax, I'm like stabbing myself in the gut. You know what I mean? Like
but you gotta relax some.
Yeah, totally.
You
but
have
like,
to find that space in your life where you can relax, or else you burn out.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, but every time I do, it's like I can't help but be faced with, like, and it's with everything. It's like, yeah, there's a work balance, but I just know what I should be doing, and when I'm not, I'm like literally like I feel like I'm stabbing myself because I'm setting myself back, and I'm aware of it. That's the difference. Is like some people are like, like I'll get to that tomorrow. Like I think like that too. Don't get me wrong. Like I put things off, I procrastinate, but I feel it that much worse, and like that's where it affects me long term, and that's where I go through these periods of, because I'm like every time I do it, I'm aware, and it adds up, and it really really hurts me in the long run because I know I'm doing what I should be. I know how hard I should be working because I know how many people would trade seats with me.
That's right, yeah.
And I know, like, if I picture the kid in Africa who doesn't have the opportunities that I do, I know how hard they'd be working if they were in my shoes. You know what I mean?
Right. And so if you're not trying to strive for that,
then I'm just wasting my life.
You're wasting your life.
You know what I mean? And I might as well just go over and like, and you know what I mean? It's like I might as well die.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And like it's very extreme. Like of course I don't want to die.
Yeah.
But that's just sometimes, you know, it's like I don't know. That's just how I view it and like
Yeah, we got to do the best with what we're given.
yeah.
You
Like-
don't have. I feel like in this life you're not judged, quote unquote, by what like. Not necessarily what you accomplish in the end, but what you did with what you were given.
Yeah. Yeah.
And real quick, maybe we should take that pause. I know we have to be done pretty quick here because some of us have day jobs.
Yeah.
But maybe we could play another song,
Yeah.
and then we'll point people back to where they can find everybody on the internets.
Yeah, where they can
totally.
find you.
And wrap up.
Cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this last song is going to be The Idea, per request by Ryan. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. I've been a few places, ran a few races, didn't have shoes, couldn't tie my laces, barefoot still worn out. I had a bad journey, Dr. Gurney, chicken check out with no worries, heart still beats, no sound. Guess I'm trying to say that you don't love me. You love the idea. No. You don't love me. You love the idea. And alright. Everybody trying to say what you're doing now. You've been looking through, but you feel like it's cruel now. Never gonna say you're going out. What you been doing when you're down? I feel like it's all around, but it's gone now. Guess I'm trying to say that you don't love me. You love the idea. No, you don't love me. No, but you love the idea. Oh, you love the idea of I. Da 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 da. Oh, I do da 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 da. Do 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 do. Ooh, do do do. You don't love me, but you love the idea. Oh no, yeah, you don't love me. Oh no, but you love the idea. Oh, you love the idea of I. Yeah.
I gotta say, because I heard you play that song before we started.
Yeah.
When we were mic checking. I gotta say, I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah,
That's a really good song.
Thank you, man.
I
Thank you.
really dig that for sure.
That's the that's
Are you trying to reposition the mic? Yeah, it's good. That's solid.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine. That's fine.
It's
Just
really
fine.
good.
Yeah. I really dig it.
That's Leah's favorite too.
Got to advertise these. Do they tape and save? Yes, Carla, my mother-in-law.
Oh,
We will be putting this on YouTube as well, so you can share it around there, and also releasing it as a podcast, so you can share that as well. That'll probably take a few days at least to get that up. But the YouTube should be pretty quick, and we'll be releasing that as well.
I wonder if my honey buns is still here.
So let's talk. Where can people find you on the internet if they like
that's
what
the
they're
most
hearing?
important thing here.
Yeah.
Let's people find you.
Yeah, so if you guys want to hear some music, you can go to just Apple Music, Spotify, wherever.
All the places.
Yeah, all the
Google
places.
Play.
Literally,
What do you got up there
everywhere,
right now?
everywhere. And there's 2 singles that are up there right now. One that I did with Ryan, and the other one that was a little promotional video that we did for Mother's Day. It was Simple Man. So, and that was like for my mom and Mother's
Jess
Day.
is here. She wants to let you know.
And that one was just like a little acoustic demo that we did to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Research Center.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, so if you guys want to go and like anything that still comes from that song, if you guys want to download that, it's $1. We send all that to St. Jude's Children's Medical Research Center. So,
That's very cool.
but yeah.
So you got 2 songs on the internet.
And then
Well,
also
we're working on more.
Yep, working on more.
Working on
So
potentially an album. It sounds like maybe.
Yep.
Potentially a
potentially
full.
a full-length album.
Not potentially. For sure, a full-length album. The only question is it going to be mixed by the guy who mixed John Mayer, or is it going to be mixed by me? We'll
Yeah.
see.
But yeah, please do if you guys enjoyed. It's just Ryan Steele Music. That's my tag for all platforms. Continue to follow that.
You got to say at.
Yeah, at Ryan
People
Steele
don't-
Music.
Yeah, if you don't say ad, nobody knows.
So
At
yeah,
Ryan
Facebook,
Steele Music.
Instagram is like my 2 main big ones. Going to be continuing to post there. A big journey that's in front of us, but I'm super excited for this journey, and there's going to be a lot of content to come. So stay tuned with that, and we'd love for y'all to be a part of this.
Yeah, and pretty soon we're going to post the Kickstarter video, and the videos that I like to do for working with my artists on Kickstarter are like documentaries. So
Yeah.
right now I'm almost finished with it. It's like a 15-minute long Ryan Steele documentary at this point.
Yeah.
I've seen a
I'm
little
gonna-
bit of it. It's cool.
Dude, it's a long story to condense.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot.
Dude, it's a lot.
So you heard some of it here tonight, but there's a lot more detail. We're gonna have video
Yeah.
and picture and all this stuff. And anyway, I'm gonna have to condense that down to like 7 minutes. But at some point, I think, and we'll talk about this later, but I think we're gonna probably post the whole 15-minute deal somewhere as extra content.
Oh,
But
yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna get to
Yeah.
know Ryan Steele really in depth.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll probably have him on again.
yeah,
So
dude, I'd love to
definitely
be
keep
on.
an eye out.
Absolutely.
Love to be
Before
on
the
again.
Kickstarter's over, we'll bring you
Yeah,
back.
definitely bring him back.
And Jury, how do we find you on the internet?
For me on the internet, you can find me obviously on the page you're looking at right now on Twitch. So if you haven't done so yet, please feel free to drop that follow. Drop some bits. You know what I mean?
But if you guys have a free Twitch Prime subscription,
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
Please check.
Free. If you have Amazon Prime, feel free to use that free Twitch Prime through that subscription out. Helps me out quite a bit.
Yep.
Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be doing this
Every week.
Every week.
We're going to try for
Hopefully
every Friday night normally. Tonight we started a little different for scheduling reasons, and we'll update you guys as schedule changes need to take place. But definitely hit that follow so you can text out every Friday. We're also starting next week. We'll be linking the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook. Are we going to do Snapchat? I don't know if we can handle Snapchat.
I don't
Maybe
want
we can
it.
handle
We're too-
Snapchat.
Maybe. We're a bit old.
Isn't that just for dick pics? I don't know, but but we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see. But for that, check out Ryan Steele. Also, you can check out Ryan
at Ryan Poole Music, Poole.
Sure.
Yep.
Music.
And also,
Bro, that's it, man.
I just
Instagram
realized
at
that.
Ryan Poole Music.
I just
You're
realized
Ryan
that.
Steele Music, and I'm
Steele
at-
with the E at the end, and you're Pool with the E at
with
the
an
end.
E at the end. Y'all weird E people.
Wow.
Now you, but you
And then I'm
also
on
got
Facebook
your,
as Ryan
and-
Poole. My
Yep.
website is ryanpoolemusic.com and also birdrockmusic.com.
I thought there was something
But-
birdrock something at .com.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see you here, guys, next week, guys. We're gonna have somebody really cool.
Does
We
who?
know it's just one of the cool things about living in Nashville, Tennessee. Is everybody
Ask
we
him.
know is a super flipping awesome musician. And
Yeah.
so we're gonna have somebody else next week, and here in the Music Row Hideout. Down,
I got a weird.
we got
It
a
says
question.
Ryan Steele. Do you know Joan Burrill
I do not.
or Jelena D
I do not. I
or
don't
Mike
believe so.
B?
Mike B.
Mike B? Because apparently these people love you.
I know Mike B.
Tell them to say
wait,
hi to them.
I
They're
know- I
they're
know
watching
all
on
of them.
Facebook.
I know all of them.
Yeah, they're watching on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
And Quincy23 is saying, hey, give a big shout out to these guys. They're watching on Facebook, so we're not seeing them on Twitch. But they're on Facebook. So they can't chat right now.
Oh wait, is there? Wait, can you watch this on Facebook?
I didn't know you could, but maybe my wife's sharing it. I have no idea.
Oh.
But whatever way, it's magical.
when you were saying that, I'm like thinking of musicians.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know a musician by that name, but it's, yes.
So Helen.
Those are my
D
Facebook
or
peeps.
Jelena.
Jelena D,
Yeah, that's my
Mike
aunt,
B, that's
my
your
uncle,
aunt,
yep.
and Joan Burrill.
Yep, all people.
Is that
I
your
love.
uncle in Tempe?
Yeah, well, in outside Tempe, but yeah, Arizona. Yep.
Okay.
Arizona.
Yep.
I've heard of him. What up, Mike B?
I
He
love
says yes,
y'all.
you are live on Facebook for like another 5 viewers on top of this.
Oh,
So
wow.
It's awesome. I don't know how that happened. But
I don't know how that
that's
happened
amazing.
either. Wait, how does that work?
I don't know. But hey.
Oh, wait. If I put that link on Facebook,
Oh,
it
maybe
must
they
just
can watch
open
it
it
there
up
live.
on Facebook.
That's a good workaround.
So we didn't even know
Because here's
this,
the thing, and I'm
folks.
sure Twitch isn't listening, because legally, based on our affiliation, because I'm an affiliate on Twitch,
But I put
can
the link.
only post. I can personally only stream, but with a link, that's not me doing it. That's a good way to work around that rule.
Well, what I did is the link that Ryan gave me, I just posted
Yeah,
on
that's
Facebook.
perfect. That's genius. I don't
Oh,
even mean to
wow.
be genius, but you are
Wow.
by default.
Wow,
Love
I didn't
it.
even know that.
And oh wait, hold on. Apparently there's more. Your cousin, your dad's cousin, Paula's sister. Paul's sister.
Oh, Paulette. My
I don't
Aunt
know.
Paulette.
What up, Sean
People are just throwing
Stivers?
names at us at this
My Aunt
point.
Paulette.
I don't know if this Sean Stivers at
love
this
you all.
point is my
I
younger
think it is.
brother
It's
or
your
my
brother. It's
my
your brother.
mom.
Your mom's
I
on
don't
here
know.
as a different name. It's also your brother. Anyway, it's also the
see.
chaos. But anyways, we're wrapping
There's
up
so many
tonight.
people watching.
I know, that's crazy.
Hey, why
I love
don't we?
you all.
Can we? We're gonna be done with Music Row Hideout for this week. We'll see you next
Yeah.
week. But I'm gonna go ahead and play Ryan Steele's song from Spotify
To end
as the
us out.
outro.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you want to bring that up here?
Yeah. We'll get the Spotify.
Your brother says hi, Corinne's husband.
Hi, Corinne's husband. His name's Jury. How do you not know that at this point?
I hope you know, Sean. Wow, Sean.
I forget name. It's Jury, right? What? Dang. You
I
got
know.
that's stiff.
cool.
Dude, that's pretty crazy though about the
Good to
Facebook
see
thing.
you, Sean.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could do that.
I didn't know that
Now that I know that, 100% we're sharing it all over Facebook.
Yeah,
Directly stream to other places except for Twitch because I'm an affiliate.
but we stream it on
All right.
Twitch, but it
So we're
opens in
okay, guys. So
Facebook.
we're
That's a
turning
great
this
loophole.
off right now,
that's amazing.
but we are switching. You're gonna hear one of Ryan Steele's songs on Spotify. This is an older song that we did, but you can go. This is "We Peace Out."
Can
Yes.
you?
I think so.
Is there desktop
we paid
audio?
$100 for this thing.
Oh, you playing it from Pro Tools?
Through Spotify, baby.
Okay, well, I gotta make sure there's desktop audio.
Well, I've been sitting waiting watching you, and I have backed it up a time or two. Oh,
See you guys later. Hit that follow button. Check out Ryan Steele. All the things.
and I've been looking for you all day. Not proud of this, I don't want to say. Look what you done, I'm broken, torn, and shattered now. 'Cause I'm down, I'm saying no. When you gonna take me down to the river? Take me down and tell me what you say, and tell me what you say. 'Cause I know you're good, feel so great. When you gonna take me down to the river? You take me down and tell me what you say, and tell me what you say. 'Cause I know you're good, oh, and it feels so great. Yes, I've been moving, but I'm struggling. Try to take it slow, but again, you've got me falling down on my knees, praying you come back to me, girl. I've been seeing what you did, baby. You in my life taking care of me. Whatever done, might as well forget those days. 'Cause I'm down, I'm saying no. When you gonna take me down to the river? Take me down and tell me what you say, and tell me what you say. 'Cause I know you're good, feel so great. When you gonna take me down to the river? Take me down and tell me what you say, and tell me what you say. 'Cause I know you're good, oh, and it feels so right. Well, I've been looking for you. I've been trying to only you. Tell me what I gotta say, please bring me back to life. 'Cause I know this can't be right. I'm saying no. When you gonna take me down to the river? You take me down and tell me what you say, and tell me what you say. 'Cause I know you're good, oh, and it feels mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me